Live from Merle Hay Mall, here's Mary Brubaker and Steve Carlin.
Welcome back, everybody.
You bet. We're glad that you've decided to join us. We also have Sarah Jarvis and Sue Mason with us here, and a very enthusiastic group of volunteers on our phones who would like to take a call from you. If you're just joining us, our number is 276-6060, and we want lots of calls. In fact, it would be wonderful to keep these people so busy that they go home exhausted.
That's right. The tote board is the big thing. We're just over $27,000 now. I understand we're a little bit ahead of where we were last year, but we're going to set a new record.
It ebbs and flows,
calling,
and you know, in an hour we might be behind. So don't wait to call. This would be a really good time to call and see your money reflected up on the tote board.
That's right. If you've called once, you can certainly call again. And,
right.
You know, everybody's kind of in the spirit of giving around here today. So let's do the best that we possibly can.
We also want to send a kid to camp in a little while, and they might want to call then.
That's $350, folks.
Okay. John Walters, I assume, is getting a little damp down
Probably.
at the studios.
It's raining out there
yes,
big time.
But he has been handling the Love Run, which has become a tradition for the Labor Day weekend, and a lot of runners are a little soggy, but probably in pretty good shape. John?
Yeah, the runners are soggy. I'm dry because I cheated and stayed underneath this garage the whole time. But it was a very good Love Run. And what we want to do to start out here is show you the kids, because they just started a few minutes ago, and this is well worth taking a look at. So if we can roll that videotape. We've got the Kids Love Run that was just across the street at the Telco Credit Union. And as you can see there, the kids are bringing it. One of them didn't have a real good start there, but there's no question that pacing themselves is not a big priority at this stage in their young careers, but certainly one of the more fun events to watch here at the Labor Day Love Run. I've got with me now the winner of the 10K event, Keith Feevold, one of the top runners in Des Moines. And Keith, we're still seeing the kids here. Tell me about how your race went out there in the rain.
It went good. It was nice out. It wasn't hot, so that helped. No sunshine, so it kept the coolness down. It wasn't too wet. I mean, you got wet, but the footing was a little slick, but not bad.
Now, you're in a lot of very competitive races. This one maybe not as competitive as the others, but for a very good cause.
Oh, yeah, it's great. I mean, it's fun just to get together and have fun and run hard.
Okay, we're going to send you off. Congratulations, and we'll be over to give you your award here in just a minute. We've also got the 10K women's winner, who is Jennifer Tenbrock of Johnston. And how did your race go?
Really good. I ran with Chris, a girl I train with, and we stayed together for the first 3-4 miles, pushed each other, and it was good. The rain felt really, actually nice.
Yeah, we were complaining about it a little bit up here, but I know the runners, actually, these were pretty good conditions to run in, weren't they?
Yes, the wind didn't bother us, although the lightning was a little scary there for a minute, but it's a good race.
Well, congratulations, and we'll send you on your way and give you your award here in a minute. We've got the 3K winners also, and all the way from Coralville is John Meehan. John, come on over here, and congratulations on your win. You made a long drive in here for this race, but you said it was well worth it.
Yeah, the race is well organized and all that, and it's for a good cause. And it's sometimes tough to find, you know, really good races that are well organized in the state, and this is one of the better ones. So came out here for that.
If you had known it was going to rain this hard, would you have still come out?
Oh, sure. I love the inclement weather. I really like that. So I don't mind it.
Well, great. Congratulations on your win, and you're going to get a real kick out of the women's 3K winner, because she's 9-year-old Michelle Sokol of Urbandale. And this is no fluke, folks, because Michelle's a good runner. She won 3 silver medals at the Iowa Games. And Michelle, congratulations. That must have been fun to win that race.
Yeah, it was.
What was it like out there running in the rain?
Well, it was pretty hard because, you know, your clothes get so wet and they're really heavy and stuff.
Now, how much do you weigh?
Like 68.
And with your wet clothes, you probably weighed about 78, I'll bet.
Yeah.
Okay, and what was it? You enjoy running? You run in quite a few events.
Yeah.
You going to be back at the Love Run next year?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Congratulations. Go on over, and we'll give you your award here in a minute. That'll wrap it up from here. We had some great runners, some great times, and great times just watching them. So we'll send it back out to you at Merle Hay Mall.
All right. Thanks a lot, John. It looks like he did find a dry place to stay this morning. We do have some people that need to be busy here. We need to get those phones ringing, 276-6060. So get up off that couch and make those phones ring. We have a check presentation right now, and you are Kirsten.
I'm from Albert Child Development Center, and last winter we did a hop-a-thon and raised $761.
All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. And you have some pledges you want to read right now.
Yeah. Sam and Corrine Kretzinger, Corey Mellinger, Karen Miller, and Hattie Penn in memory of Larry Huff.
Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate all the donations that are rolling in. Here in Des Moines, we need the phones to ring, the number 276-6060. But out in outlying areas of the state, we also need the phones to ring, too. And these are the people who are manning the phones in these areas. In Algona, the women of today would like you to call. So far, they only have $50. Come on, folks. In Ames, $75. The MDA Telethon Committee is there. In Carroll, the JCs and Food for Less are manning the phones there. Get those phones ringing, Carroll folks. Sheraton and Fort Dodge, we have money coming in there, and call those local people and get the phones ringing. Humboldt and Dakota. Indianola, the Walmart associates are manning the phones there. Fellow workers, give those people a call. Knoxville, Marshalltown. Get the phones ringing, folks. Newton, Oskaloosa JC's there. So give a call. Rockwell City. And the VF Factory Outlet and the JC's manning the phones in Story City. Webster City Varsity Bowl is there. And in Winterset, the JC's are manning the phones. We appreciate all the people that are manning the phones in all the outlying areas, and the people that are here, too. They need to be busy. Make those phones ring. 276-6060. Steve?
Well, Sue, we do want to say good morning to everybody out there in the outlying areas and here in the city of Des Moines. Please make those phones ring and get those folks over there on the phones to work. And we have some folks here from, it looks like the Ankeny JCs, one Lee Buster, and then Derwin Dorpinger is here with us as well. And I understand you guys raised a little money for us.
Yes, we did. We sold shamrocks to the local establishments, had them and they put their names on it and made a donation. And we've got $750 to give to Jerry's kids.
I'm the money man, and I kind of like that. Okay, Derwin, how do you feel about giving $750 to MD?
A lot. I like it a lot. I wish people would give more.
Okay, and give us a big call now, guys.
You bet.
Yep.
Call
now.
Okay.
Call now.
Please do that. Mary's over there on the stage, and Mary, we've got to get you busy as well. Whoops. Sarah. Excuse me, Sarah Jarvis is going to tell us what's going on here in the mall today. I messed up.
I was feeling a little lonely. You know, the phones aren't ringing as much as they should be. That number again, in case you've missed it, 276-6060. Let's see if we can get some of the phones ringing. Now, when you call in your pledge, the money goes for many things to help people with muscular dystrophy, and one of those things is camp for kids who may not get a chance to go to a regular camp. They have 1 week where they can take time and just be themselves, be with other kids. Let's take a look at what it's like at camp.
If you believe in me, I will believe in what will be. Give us the future, please, that's all we need of you. Every nation, every woman, child, man, comes on a moment where they must take a stand. Know the part, you open your heart, and that's where anything can be. If you believe in me, I
Just to let you know, Jen finally did knock all those cups down. She had a great time at camp, and a lot of people are helping make camp a reality for a lot of kids with muscular dystrophy. The Youth League held a Bowl-O-Rama and raised more than $800. Bare Basics held a Hopathon and raised $876. The Altoona Kids World also held a Hopathon to help kids go to camp, raised $810. We have a lot of volunteers here who are answering phones. Where are you from, and how are the phones ringing?
My name is Kara Jensen, and I'm from Drake University, and I've only got one call.
So you can make her day if you call in 276-6060. And what about you?
My name's Carrie Young, and I'm from Pleasant Hill, and I've only had one call, too.
Make the pledge. Call in 276-6060. We'll send a kid to camp, and right now we'll go to Sue.
Well, I have one of the many special counselors at MDA camp. This is Joni Armstrong from Corning, also a freshman at Iowa State. Joni, tell me what camp is all about.
Camp's just a week where the kids can go and have fun and get away from parents and just have fun with kids like themselves.
Do you see a big change in the kids from the time they come there to the time they leave?
Yeah, at the beginning, a lot of them are really shy and they don't talk, a lot, but at the end, everybody knows everybody and they're all just having a great time.
How important is it for these kids with muscular dystrophy to go to camp every year?
It's really important for them because it's their week to get away, to be, a lot of kids don't get to go to camp, and it's just their week to have a great time.
All right, Joni, I think we're going to try and send a kid to camp right now. It costs $350 for one kid to go to camp, and we want to try and raise that money right now. Why don't you pick up the phone and call 276-6060. Steve, we'll throw it over to you right now.
That's right, Sue, 276-6060. Thumb twiddling is not a very interesting exercise, and that's all these people are doing right now. Thumbs are getting kind of tired, and they want to answer some phones, so let's make it ring. We're starting out at zero here. We're looking for $350. If Mary and Sarah can help me, just call out the donations, and we're going to send a kid to camp here. Let's get a good shot of that, Tom. Okay, we need the phones to ring. We don't hear anything at all. $350 sends a kid to camp, and it's a very, very enjoyable week for them. There we go.
It's getting lonely up here,
Missy
Steve.
DeYoung from KFMG just answered a call. Okay, what do you have? $40. That's a good start. Okay. We have 40. I feel like $15. I feel like an auctioneer here. $55 is where we're at right now. Send a kid to camp, $350. It's a week they'll never forget. All right, 20 more. Thank you very much. $75. Okay, and another 25. Another 25. We're up to 100 and a quarter.
A 25 from the back row.
Okay. Here's another one. We're up to $150.
$25.
Okay. Here we go. $175. This is almost too easy. $35. Okay, $210. Thank you very much, Central Iowa. You're doing a good job this morning. Okay, 25 more.
Steve, we've got a $10 one on the phone over here from Darcy.
$245. Keep them coming in. 25?
Here's one for 15.
Okay, and another 15. That gives us $285. We're almost there. Pardon? 15 more. $300 even.
25.
25. We just need another $25 and the kid's going to camp.
See how easy it is?
Look at that.
Yeah, I got it.
Let's get it all in one lump.
How much was yours, Missy? 15.
Okay, another 15. We need $10 more. There it is right there. Great job, Central Iowa. See how easy that is? And you're going to give a kid a week that they are just never going to forget. There we are, $350. Just that quickly. But we still have a very, very long way to go. You can see the tote board's just at a little over $27,000 right now. And we still have a long way to go if we want to beat last year's amount of just over $255,000 here in Central Iowa.
At this point, we are going to talk about some of the activities. I know it's raining outside, but you can still be involved with the MDA Telethon if you come down to the mall. We have a pancake brunch that's going on until 2 this afternoon. That's being prepared by the Des Moines Area Optimist Club. We've got bingo coming up from 10 to 4. There's an auction at 1 o'clock that's going to be all kinds of fabulous items donated by the Des Moines area merchants to help raise money. There's water fights from noon to 4 o'clock. The Des Moines fire departments are going to go against each other in a wild, wet water fight. There's a free throw tournament that's coming up. Holmes Auto is having sales throughout the day to help raise money for the telethon. And, of course, if the weather holds, there's a carnival outside in the parking lot. A lot of fun. Come on down and even watch us answer phones. This is great. Sue?
Well, I tell you, This smells so good right here. I cannot believe it. I'm sitting in between two people with plates full of pancakes here, and it is unbelievable. We have Lou and Deb here from the Des Moines Optimist Club, and they're having a pancake breakfast this morning. Tell us about it, Lou.
We're having a pancake brunch. It goes from 7 until 2 in the afternoon. Tickets are $3.50 for adults, $2 for children, and all the proceeds go to the MDA.
And look at this, folks. It looks so good. There are a lot of hungry people around here, and proceeds go to MDA. So come on down and have a little pancake brunch with us. Steve?
So we all want some flapjacks. I'm a little hungry this morning. Is there any, you guys have sausage there too? Ooh, of the link variety. Okay, here with me now is Dana Bemis. I'm sorry, Dana.
That's okay.
She's from the Hoover High School ROTC here in Des Moines. And I'm holding Dana up because she's a little bit nervous this morning, aren't you?
Yeah,
okay.
a little bit.
But we're going to take care of you because you're doing a very good thing. And you have a check here. How'd you raise this money, and how much do you have?
Okay, every year we participate in the MDA Bowl-a-thon, and that's how we raised our money. And the check I'm going to give you is for $1,815.
Wow, and I think that deserves a big hand. And Dana, you know, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, the cadets work really hard. The past 6 years we've raised over $7,500, and this year we're going to try and make our goal. Our goal is to make it to $10,000 this year.
Did you hear that? And they're all doing it for MDA, and it's such a wonderful cause. You can help so many people. Got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, I really do. I'm really proud of all the cadets that they work really hard. They try their hardest to try and help as much as they can.
Okay, give Dana a hand. Didn't she do a good job? $1,800, folks. A little more than $1,800. I think it's time to go over to my good friend Mary Brubaker.
Thank you, Steve. And if Dana could meet the Sovereign, maybe she already knows the Sovereign twins, Jeremy and Jordan. A little while ago, we showed you their special video where they tell the number for the telethon, and we know you know that it's 276-6060. Let's see how they tell it.
Call 276. No, I mean, call 276. No.
Wait. Go.
Call 276-6060. Thanks. Call 26. Call 276-6060. Thanks. Call 276. No. Call 6060. 7666060. Call 276-6060. Thanks. Call 276-6060. Thanks.
Aren't those guys great? Well, we want these folks to stand up right now, and we want the phones to start ringing. They're going to sit down when their phone rings, so you want to get the phones ringing. Call in with your pledges now. The number, of course, 276-6060. Let's get those phones ringing. You did so well during that camp piece, and to send a kid to camp, let's do it now. Let's get these phone operators. They're giving up their Labor Day today. They could be out goofing around or watching the raindrops or something, but they're here volunteering because they know how important Muscular Dystrophy Association is. So let's get those phones ringing. 276-6060. Sarah?
You know, it's kind of lonely over here. I mean, we're all standing up, but it'd be a lot more fun if we were all sitting down. So if you can call, as the Sovereign Twins say, 276-6060, you can help these people take a rest, take a load off. Call in your pledge. It's been a lot of fun out here, but we still need to get these phones ringing because we have to put these people to work. It's Labor Day, right?
Right.
Let them labor. Sue?
They need to work. Come on. There's still a few people that haven't had their phones ringing. What's going on, Donna? Tell them to call.
Please call. Let me sit down.
She needs to sit down. 276-6060. Still a few people. Look at the people in front. What's
and
going
these are
on?
our VIPs.
Yes.
Come on, folks. If you get a chance to call, you may get a chance to talk to some of these people. Now, you may be out there watching and know some of the people who are answering phones. Make their day. Call them, 276-6060, and let them sit down. It's been a lot of fun out here, but the phones still need to ring. So come on and call, and be sure and pledge when you call.
Of course, yeah, that's the main thing. We don't want you to just call and hang up just to see them sit down. We want you to actually pledge some money here. Give what you can. I know it's been a tough year, but the folks at the Muscular Dystrophy Association also need your money, and they'd really appreciate you calling right now. 276-6060.
And there are a lot of people who may be sitting around thinking, well, I'll call later. But call now, because that way you don't have to worry about putting it off until the last part, and you can come down to the mall and watch the folks a little bit later on. So call in your pledge, 276-6060.
Donna finally got a phone call in the back. That's great. We have one person left. Melissa DeYoung, what's going on?
We still
one in the back. I'm sorry, I didn't see you way back there. 276-6060. Make those phones ring, folks.
They're still standing. They're getting weak in the knees.
They are. They didn't have that pancake breakfast that the Optimist Club is having.
276.
They're hungry. They're weak. 276-6060. That's right.
See, we sound like the Sovereign Twins.
We do. What is that? 276. Come on, two more people.
Finally.
Yes. One left.
You know, Missy, how are you feeling right now? You're the only one standing.
Lonely. I'm very lonely. Somebody please call.
It rang. How about that? We did it. Yay!
Yes. Thank you very much. Okay, we're going to go to Mary and Steve.
Good job,
That took
Sarah.
entirely too long, though. We did that last night at about 11:30, and it didn't take that long.
I think maybe there were a few more people up. I mean, let's face it, this is the kind of day when a lot of people might want to snooze a little longer.
I think we've got to look at this thing again.
Shall we check it out?
And as one of my favorite baseball announcers, Ken Hawk Harrelson of the White Sox, would say, put it on the board.
Put it on the board.
Yes. Okay, and there are the telephone operators, the real heroes of what's going on here today. Let's keep them busy. And remember the number, 276-6060 here in Des Moines. The outlying numbers are down there in the right-hand corner of your screen.
And if you see something on the Jerry Lewis Telethon from Las Vegas you like, then phone in. We'd like to keep these people busy while we go away for a little while.
And speaking of Jerry, let's go back to Jerry.
They got a name for wind and rain and fire. The rain is test, the fire is Joe, and they call the wind Mariah. Mariah blows the stars around, it sends the clouds a-flying. Mariah makes the mountains sound like folks are up there dying. Mariah, Mariah, they call the wind Mariah. Before I knew Mariah's name and heard her wail and whining, I had a girl, she had me, and the sun was always shining. But then one day I left my girl, I left her far behind me, and now I'm lost, so God-darn lost, not even God can find me. Mariah, Mariah, they call the wind Mariah. I hear they got a name for rain, for wind and fire only. But when you're lost and all alone, there ain't no word but lonely. And I'm a lost and lonely man without a star to guide me. Mariah, blow my love to me. I need my girl beside me. Mariah, Mariah, they call the wind Mariah. Thank you. All right. Thank you so much. Hey, this morning, folks, we got a wonderful lineup for all of you folks. I know you're going to enjoy all these guys and gals. And they work awfully hard almost every day a week, 6 days a week anyway. And they do 2 shows a day, and we're awfully thankful that they can come out and be with us today. Would you give them all a big hand for my friends back here? I want to start on the end down here and introduce them to you, and I'm going to turn it over to the ball knobbers here and their spokesman here, and this is Mr. Gene Dove.
Thank you, Mel. This is our beautiful singer, Joy Ballou, and Dennis May with the group.
I'm Mark McCauley with the Woodland Lynn Show.
Okay, I didn't know. I thought you was with these guys too. Okay, well, you look mighty nice in your purple coat. And my buddy's here from Orem, Utah. He's my friends, the Osmond brothers. And this is Alan, Jimmy, Merrill, and Jay and Wayne. Yeah. All right. Good to have the Osmonds here. And there's just my old buddy here that I've known for about 34 years, Andy Williams. We're proud of Andy. Oh! And here's my girlfriend, when Doolittle ain't watching.
Oh, he's watching.
He's watching today? But it's good to have you here. Loretta Lynn. Here's Mr. Barbecue with Mickey Gilly. And my buddy Mo Bandy. And my darling here, Barbara Fairchild. And my good friend, tell him your name.
Shoji Tabuchi.
Okay, that's what I was trying to say. Will the circle be unbroken? By and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home waiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Here I was standing by my window on a cold, cold, cloudy day, when I saw that hearse come rolling, Lord, to take my mother away. Will the circle be unbroken? By and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Mickey, I told that undertaker, undertaker, please drive slow, for that lady that you are hauling, Lord, I hate to see her go. All right, here's the ball now. Will the circle be unbroken? By and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. The ball number.
My home was lonesome. Yes, my mother, she was gone. All my brothers, my sister crying. What a lonesome, sad, sad home. Yes.
Hey, will the circle be unbroken? By and by, Lord, by and by. There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky.
Songs of childhood, hymns of faith that made us strong. Wondrous mother, may their daughters hear the angels sing along.
Everybody! In the circle, we and over, by and by, Lord, by and by. There's a feather on the lady in the sky, Lord, in the sky.
All right.
Yeah, Mel. Yeah. Mel, that's marvelous.
Thank you, Jerry.
All of the terrific people in Branson, they really made us very Branson, Missouri aware. That's everyone on that stage. God bless them all. And we are so grateful that we could present them on this 100 million viewing audience.
Jerry, thank you so much. You know, there's so many people here in Branson that are proud to be a part of the MDA family and that have helped your kids. And by raising a lot of money throughout the year. And a few weeks ago, in downtown Branson, the Downtown Branson Betterment Association, boy, that's a mouthful there, ain't it? The Downtown Branson Betterment Association, well, they sponsored a lockup, and they sent Mo Bandy to jail and Boxcar Willie to jail, and my buddy, they sent him to jail too, along with the other entertainers and all the business leaders, and they didn't release them until somebody had to bail them out, and they raised over $35,000.
That's great. That's great.
And we have so many friends here in Branson, the help of the MDA, with the firefighters and their boot blocks, and many members of the Ozark Marketing Council, like the Ball Knobbers, and they donated themselves. They donated over $2,000, and many more. And besides our performances, our performances that we have shared with all of America on the telethon, we've had some fun performing for two terrific hours here, and have raised a little money that I am proud to present this check to you from our two benefit shows.
It's taken you 2 hours to present the damn check.
I know it, Jerry. Yeah, but it's as good as gold, buddy.
You bet. I bet it is.
Hey, we've got a check here from the theater, from our audience, and for $59,829, and we're still counting, Jerry.
Yeah, that's great.
But listen here, but so far, all the Branson area, and there's only about 3,700 people here in this town, and they have contributed over $123,000.
That's wonderful.
That's for your kids.
Thank you, Mel. Please thank everyone on that stage for all of us here in Las Vegas, and tell them we love them all. That's everybody.
Well, thank you, Jerry. We love you, too. You're doing a great job.
Thank you, Mel.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ed McMahon.
Oh, that's great. We want to welcome now the Public Relations Director of the Brunswick Corporation, Adrian Sakowitz.
Hi, Adrian.
Hi, Jerry. How are you?
Good morning.
It's a pleasure to be here with you on the telethon again this year. And before I introduce our very special guest of this year to you, we have a videotape message from the president of Brunswick Recreation Centers. That's Mr. Arnold Fogel. And if we could take a look at that message right now, please.
Okay, Clay. If you'll roll it, we'll look.
Jerry, Brunswick Recreation Centers throughout the United States and Canada have been on your team since 1974. During that time, we've raised over $8 million to strike out muscular dystrophy. And when we called for Jerry Lewis, you've been there. At Brunswick Bowl-a-thons and special MDA fundraisers in Florida, California, and Arizona, you've never missed an opportunity to bowl for your kids. And last year, when a courageous young man named Adam asked you to fly to Chicago to bowl, well, you were there for him, too. Brunswick's employees, customers, and friends have always been proud to come through for MDA, Jerry. And you have always come through for Brunswick and for your kids. just like you did for our pal Adam.
Jerry, as you know, last year's national champion was Adam Marino out of Brunswick Lakehurst Bowl in Waukegan, Illinois. This year we have a very special champion. It's 4.5-year-old Lauren Cronin. Lauren bowls out of Brunswick Azalea Lanes in Marietta, Georgia. She carries an average of 74, and she raised a lot of money, over 400 sponsors, so she did a wonderful job for us this year.
Oh, she's beautiful. Hiya, Lauren.
Hi.
I am so proud of you, sweetheart. I think you are just such a wonderful young lady to help all of the children that way.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. And I got news for you. You bowl about 4 pins better than me. She is gorgeous.
She is a doll, that's for sure. And Jerry, as you know, in just a couple of hours, our check presentation will be made by Mr. Arnold Fogel, the president of Brunswick Recreation Centers. He's looking forward to it. It should be wonderful. We're very proud to be a sponsor of the Muscular Dystrophy Association and continue the fine work. We're very proud to be here.
Thank you, Adrian.
Jerry,
Pleasure
good
to
seeing
have
you
with
again.
us.
Thank
We
you
look
very
forward
much.
to seeing you
We'll
later.
see you then.
Goodbye, Lauren. I'll see you later, sweetheart. God bless her. Oh, she's gorgeous. I mean, that's a beautiful child. There's no question in my mind that that is a beautiful child. But when we talk about a beautiful child, I mean, my daughter, Danielle, this is a world-class baby. Oh, look at that face. She looks that way all the time because I keep showing her my movies. How else could she react? Okay, Ed, it's your turn, sweetheart.
Right now, Jerry, we have a special message from the Gannett Outdoor Group, right here.
For thousands of children, going to camp is the highlight of their summer. It is also a highlight for thousands of special kids, kids with neuromuscular disease. For these kids, going to summer camp is more of a challenge. We have a special place in our hearts for these kids. Recently, Gannett Outdoor employees in St. Louis raised money to send a child in their community to the Muscular Dystrophy Summer Camp. Kids like Kyle Sheets and Scott Benny, who enjoy the MDA Summer Camp.
The best thing I like here at MDA camp is everything.
They need our help. That is why Gannett Outdoor Group and its dedicated and caring employees in small towns and big cities across the USA have been working hard in support of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. You may know Gannett Outdoor Group as the largest out-of-home media company in North America. But we are also a group of compassionate individuals who are committed to helping those in the local communities we serve. Muscular dystrophy is a disease that affects the whole family. That is why the Gannett Outdoor family is dedicated to being a national sponsor of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. MDA offers these families hope. Hope that will help them reach where their arms, legs, and voices can't.
Representing the Gannett Outdoor Group, Vice President of Communications, Cher Sussrud.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
Jerry, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Gannett Outdoor Group is very proud to be a sponsor, a national sponsor of the MDA Telethon, and on behalf of all of our employees across the United States, we would like to present you with this check for $300,000.
And I will accept that very happily. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Ed?
Here once again, representing the Foltz Vending Company, is Director of the Foltz Charity Division, Ben Kriegler.
Hello again, Ben. Welcome.
Hello, Jerry. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
On behalf of the Foltz family, the Foltz Vending Company, and its dedicated and caring employees, and the store owners who participate in our program, we'd like to present you with our second and final check in the amount of $150,000. Bringing our total contribution for this year to $350,000.
I'll take it.
Jerry, that's a lot of gumballs.
Thank you. You bet it is. Thank you so much. Okay. For you ladies and gentlemen that may not have heard me during the course of the first 12 or 13 or 14 hours, The national sponsors are these people who present us with checks, $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, $1.5 million. They are national sponsors, including the letter carriers and the firefighters and so many people. But you, ladies and gentlemen, who are watching this program, are watching specifically to learn about what's happening here and to contribute. The pledge board up there only works if you, ladies and gentlemen, will pick up your phones. Now, we are in our 15th hour. We've got 7 hours, approximately 7.5 hours to go. We want to get $1 more than last year. That's very important to my kids, not so much because it's another $1, but because their dignity and their self-esteem is involved. They feel awfully good that we do better each year. So think about that and go to the phone and make the calls and make those numbers work for us. We'd appreciate that. Now to entertain you again. My next guest has racked up 3 gold albums, 9 rhythm and blues #1 hits, and that's only in the last 5 years. Please welcome Gerald Levert and his music.
Come on, y'all. Don't be afraid to put your hands together and have a good time. Come on. Everybody. I want to give you everything. I want to love and show no shame. I want you to know I belong to you. See, champagne and candlelight, represented, will it be alright? Baby, there's nothing that I wouldn't do for you. Oh, and I want to give it to you, but all I want to know is somebody tell me, oh, into the night. All I want to know is, baby. I know a lot of guys call on you. They can never love you the way that I do. Would you give me that chance? But when you're serious, just call on me. We'll make love constantly. Oh, you ready for the true romance? Send that and I wanna give it to you. All I wanna know is somebody tell me, somebody say, baby, into the night. All I wanna know is you handle it. Oh, you want something free. You want something. I swear I know you're gonna like the way I make you feel. Giving you the love that I'll never quit. Girl, I'll never quit. All I wanna know is can you handle it, baby? To give and I wanna give to you. All I wanna know is you handle it. Somebody say, girl, I swear I'll treat you right. Morning, afternoon, and morning, afternoon, and can you handle? Can you say? Let me everybody sing this with me. It's real easy. Say shoot-a-wop. Everybody say, come on. Shoot-a-wop. Everybody say, come on. Shoot-a-wop. Let me hear you sing, y'all. Shoot-a-wop. I can't hear you sing that. Shoot-a-wop. Everybody sing, y'all. Shoot-a-wop. Everybody sing, y'all. Shoot-a-wop. Let me hear you sing the song. Sing the song. Oh. Go ahead, go. All I wanna know is you handle it.
music, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.
Beautiful. That'll wake you up. Here's Ed McMahon.
Let's welcome back the Chairman of the Board, President and Chief Executive Officer of Service Merchandise Company, and MDA Vice President, Raymond Zimmerman.
Welcome our guests, if you will.
Good morning.
Raymond, welcome.
Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning.
This past June in Music City, Nashville, Tennessee, at the wonderful Opryland Hotel, over 2,000 people displayed their support of MDA through their attendance at the 7th Annual Harry and Mary Zimmerman Dinner. Not only was it a thrill to honor the Gatlin brothers for their many humanitarian efforts, but this dinner also was a venue to present the Service Merchandise Leadership Award. Let us share a few moments of this year's presentations, please.
Okay, Clay?
Dr. C. Thomas Caskey was the honoree of the Service Merchandise Leadership Award based on his breakthrough research in identifying the genetic defect underlining myotonic dystrophy.
Raymond and Eileen, you've really thrown a Texas-sized party here. I don't think I've seen the likes of such a party since I've been living in Houston. And the last thing that I expected when I came this evening was that I would be taking home the most giant gene splicer I've ever seen.
It's always nice when people pause and give recognition, and it's wonderful when occasionally it comes your way. So I was having a good time tonight.
The 1992 Zimmerman Dinner was once again a huge success, raising more and more money with each passing year to help find the cause and cure for 40 neuromuscular diseases.
Jerry, the goal we're really shooting for is that we don't have to have these dinners, that someday these will be victory dinners and celebrations because we have beat this dreaded disease. On behalf of our friends, associates, customers, it's my pleasure to present to you our second check for the dinner, $547,564, bringing this year's total to the dinner to $1,147,564. And we'll be back again with more good news and more good money.
Thank you, Raymond. Thank you.
Good news.
Yeah, they'll be back.
Yeah.
They'll be back. Ed, you got it.
Let's welcome the Senior Vice President of Marketing for the 7-Up Company, Russ Klein.
Hello, Russ. Welcome.
Hi, Jerry. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you.
Jerry, as you know, the power of MDA is in its people. In the case of 7-Up, those people are independent 7-Up bottlers. So we've asked Roy Brenneman, chairman of the 7-Up Bottler Marketing Committee, to describe just how innovative 7-Up bottlers have been in their fundraising efforts for MDA. Let's look.
Okay. Clay?
1992 marks the 19th year the 7-Up bottlers and our retail partners have teamed up with MDA to fight muscular dystrophy. Working together, we have co-sponsored and hosted thousands of special MDA fundraising events across America. From 7-Up float promotions to basketball and golf tournaments to celebrity banquets, hard work and teamwork have raised over $18 million since 1974 for Jerry's kids. On behalf of the 400 7-Up bottlers and our retail partners, we want to thank the consumers who have helped us support the Muscular Dystrophy Association get closer to a cure. Together, we will win this fight, so team up with 7-Up and MDA.
That's a great program.
Thank you. Jerry, that video illustrates how 7-Up bottlers raise funds for MDA all year long. In August this year, 7-Up bottlers and retailers across America featured 7-Up, Diet 7-Up, Cherry 7-Up, and Diet Cherry 7-Up, and made a contribution to MDA for every case sold. To top it off, the 7-Up company matched this contribution. Jerry, this program alone raised $270,000, and here's a check in that amount.
Thank you very much. I have a feeling you're going to be back.
You can be certain we will. And Jerry, thank you And thanks to consumers, retailers, and all 7-Up bottlers for their contributions towards fighting muscular dystrophy.
Thank you. We'll look forward to seeing you when you come back later on in the show. Thanks to our good friends at Smith Klein Beecham for their generous support for my kids through their All-Stars baseball card promotion. Over $120,000 has been generated for the Muscular Dystrophy Association, so we thank Smith Klein Beecham very much. Here to add excitement to your day, once again, please welcome the most exciting Anita Man dancers right here.
I'm talking about the telethon. The L is ready, so I'ma bring it on. 21 hours of entertainment, raising dollars and cents to rid the world of MD perm. Since its arrival, doctors baffle, but defeat will not be acceptable. And one man staying true to this, I'll be remiss if I don't mention Mr. Jerry Lewis, the great supporter for the fight against MD. Short year sport for muscular dystrophy, always putting a smile on the face of those stricken to keep on kicking, to let them know we're all in it to win it. So get to the phone and start dialing the digits. Shown on screen is seen every penny, so muscle MD can get crushed.
You need a man dancers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just great.
Jerry?
Absolutely wonderful. Yes, Ed.
If that's what they want, next year we'll do that.
Oh, yes, of course.
That's what they're looking for.
I think it'll be wonderful.
That's what they want, we'll do it.
We definitely have to do it just before the funeral.
That's right.
Definitely.
Since 1951, the Tall Cedars of Lebanon of North America have raised millions of dollars for MDA's research program. Let's welcome from Elmer, New Jersey, the leader of the Cedar organization, Supreme Tall Cedar, Ronald Mines.
Jerry, pleasure to be here.
Hi,
Ron. Jerry, as Supreme Tall Cedar of North America, and on behalf of our members, friends, our Rainbow Girls, our Job's Daughters, our D. Malay, all the gentlemen who have worked hard for the Muscular Dystrophy Association this year, I'd like to present you, and it gives me great pleasure to present this check to you for $600,000 from the Muscular Dystrophy. Thank you, Jerry.
You can wear any damn hat you want, Ray.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jerry, that, of course, is corporate money. That's very special, different than this money, the money on our pledge board. I'd like to tell you something about that if I could hear a timpani. Look at this.
I'm waiting to hear. I'm waiting to look. I'm looking to wait. I'm thinking, yeah,
13.
Well, that's good.
Lucky 13.
My lucky 13. On both sides. My lucky 13. I got it on the end, and I got it on that end. Now let's get some action going.
All right, representing the National Food Brokers Association, President and CEO Bob Schwartz.
Welcome back, Bob.
Thank you, Jerry.
Glad to have you with us again.
Jerry, I'm proud to be here representing members of the National Food Brokers Association. Through the Isles of Smiles program, our NFBA members have teamed up to help your kids. NFBA's pledge is to work hard at trying to expand Isles of Smiles to more major markets across the country, so we can come back with even more to give you next year. Now, on behalf of those members, our manufacturers, retail customers, and my wife's cousin Raymond Demers, who is one of your kids, I am pleased to and able to present you with our final check, which gives us a total of $2 million. Jerry, God bless you, Bob.
God bless you. That's great. That's national sponsor money. National sponsors like the Southland Corporation, Budweiser, Citgo, and on and on and on. The national sponsors, the letter carriers, the firefighters, all of the terrific people, the campus reps, the people that do so much work for us. But the phone calls come from you, the people that are at home, that are being affected by the things that we tell you, the things that we show you, the things we want you to be informed about. Please use your phone and make that pledge board cook. Please watch this.
Hi, I'm Janelle, and I work for MDA, and this is my friend Allison, and she's a PA for the show. I was too embarrassed to do this on my own, so I asked her to join me. So please don't forget, you can make the telephone contribution with your American Express, Visa, MasterCard, or Discover card. If you use your American Express card, American Express will donate an extra $1 to MDA.
So please have your credit card handy when you call the number on your screen or 1-800-FIGHT-MD.
I think I have one of the best jobs with the whole telethon because I get to tell you folks about a lot of people that this fight really is all about. And you're about to meet a family, quite candidly, they have not had it easy. But when you meet them, you'll see that they just shine with a certain amount of love and support that they get from each other and that they get ultimately from you. They are fighting against time, but they have certainly not given up, and here's their story, the Sorensens.
I sent a letter to Mr. Lewis and said that if he were ever in town, that Eric would just like to shake his hand to thank him for all he'd done. But what a surprise we had one night when there was on the other end of the phone a voice that says, "Mr. Sorensen, this is Jerry Lewis." And sure enough, he cared about Eric personally. He took the time out of his busy schedule to answer a letter from a father whose son had wanted to just thank him. Actually, it was December 3rd of 1978 when Eric was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Cindy and I had had a feeling that something was wrong.
It was truly a bolt out of the blue, and I didn't even care what muscular dystrophy was at that time. I just didn't even want to hear the word, and I was totally shocked.
But since that day of December 3rd, 1978, our lives have been measured by what happens through the Muscular Dystrophy Association's annual telethons.
Todd, of course, came along, growing up just fine, and we had to have him tested, which is another scary thing to go through, because we were then afraid, of course, that maybe it didn't show up early on Todd, but maybe it'd show up later, and it didn't. So we were happy with that.
His younger brother, I believe, is impacted as much as any of us. Instead of having an older brother to go out and play with or to follow around high school with, Eric instead is a brother that Todd has to take care of.
When he still had the ability to walk, he was never did have full strength. His legs were weak, his arms weren't as weak, but they were still a bit weak. And he had a rough time getting around.
Each week we see new things that Eric can't do. This terrible disease has attacked every muscle in his body, and now is attacking the most important functions, that of lungs and heart. Now Eric is entering his senior year of high school. It's a time when children, young men, should be looking forward to graduation, careers. They should be looking forward to the type of college that they want to go to.
It just gets more and more frightening every time something else is lost. Every time a strength is lost, you try to compensate. And you come through all the stages until finally Eric's 17 and a half, and there isn't anything else he can lose except his life.
And we know it. We know that the cure for muscular dystrophy for Eric must come soon.
I woke up in the middle of the night a couple weeks ago, and I just woke up with the thought, I'm not ready. You know, I'm not ready to let go of him. I'm just not ready for him to be gone. So we just keep hoping.
My friends, the Sorensen family right here. John, Cindy, Eric, Todd, and Jaeger. Look at that dog. Clay, do you have a shot of Jaeger, Clay? There's Jaeger. Now, Jaeger takes care of Eric. He makes sure that during the night, if Eric needs to be turned or has to get information to the family, Jaeger is there. And he's been there, notwithstanding the fact that we have a lovely lady like Cindy, his mom. Go ahead, darling.
Jerry, you know, individuals and families stricken with muscular dystrophy fight for life every day. And the integrity of your character, from that we draw strength to continue our fight. And from your sincere devotion to people suffering with muscular dystrophy, we draw more strength to continue that fight. And from your determination to fight muscular dystrophy and end neuromuscular disease, we get strength to continue our fight. We're honored by your leadership, Jerry, and we love you very much.
Thank you, Cindy. We love you too. John?
Jerry, you've gotten to know us a little bit, and you know that there's nothing more important to Cindy and me than our boys, Eric and Todd. And because of that, we were particularly devastated when Eric, at the age of 4, was diagnosed with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, a condition that we were told strikes down young men at their late teens and early 20s. And Eric is 18 now, close to 18 within a couple of months, and frankly, we haven't lost hope, because in the last 5 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association has funded research that has found the missing gene that has caused this condition of Duchenne muscular dystrophy. They've been able to manufacture the protein that's missing because of the defective gene, the missing gene. And we know that right now there's experimentation going on that can bring a cure to us and give these kids like Eric and others like him a real chance at life. And for that, we're forever grateful to you.
John, we're going to do it. Programs like tonight are the reasons that we've been able to keep Eric alive as long as he's been with us. And programs like tonight are reasons for us to be able to give the researchers the dollars necessary to find the answers and ultimately the cure. Thank you for your courage, John, for coming here, and Cindy, and Todd, and Eric, and my love Yeager over there. We're going to do everything we can to make it better.
We thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, John.
This is the MDA Telethon Network.
For nearly 40 years, I've been bringing you the news that's important to your life. In the past year, we brought you stories of important breakthroughs in neuromuscular research, some of which is being done right here in Iowa. You can help further this important research by phoning in a pledge to the telethon. Please call now and help us make this a good news weekend.
Live from Merle Hay Mall, here's Mary Brubaker and Steve Carlin.
Welcome back. The enthusiasm is growing. You know, last night, Steve, when Jerry Lewis started the telethon, Debbie Reynolds sang Singing in the Rain. Do you think she's to blame for this?
She could very well be, but
Debbie,
we don't care whether the sun's shining or whether it's raining. We have a job to do today.
Right.
And we are live at the Merle Hay Mall. The mall is now open, so head out here for all your shopping needs today, and also stop by and see us. Maybe drop something in the fishbowl.
I see a lot of people standing around on the balcony.
We have quite a crowd.
They could probably just throw it in the fishbowl
from
from
there. A little
there.
basketball action.
Yeah.
Okay. Please don't hit Sarah Jarvis. She's standing at the fishbowl right now.
Unless it's with soft stuff, like $100 bills. Right, Sarah? Shall we find out how much money we made while we were away?
I think we
All
probably
right.
should. Okay. Looks like we've raised a little over $3,000 since we last saw you. And we're doing quite well. Last year, we raised $255,000, a little over $255,000. We want to beat that.
Right.
And as you can see, we are a long way away.
Jerry makes a lot more out there in Las Vegas, about 45 mil and a half or
Makes a lot of
something
money,
like
but
that.
the dollars out there are no more important than the dollars we're giving here.
You're
right here in
absolutely
Central Iowa.
right. Right, for the services and the research and the information.
And another thing we want to talk about is the $25 pledge. If you pledge $25, we're going to read your name on the air, just like these people here: Tammy Bradford, Susan Miller, Kathy Brinkman, Richard Bullard, Roger West, Jeanette Rome, and George Marquardt. All pledge $25. You pledge $25, I'm going to read your name. Mary's going to read your name.
We'll try, and if it's a hard name to read, we'll probably try it twice.
Okay.
Okay. We are joined out here at Merle Hay Mall Live by Sarah Jarvis and Sue Mason, and I think Sue's ready to take it away right now.
Well, we're ready for the phones to ring, I tell you. These people need some people to call in and pledge some money here this morning. It's a great day to be inside, or it's a great day to be calling up right here, 276-6060. We have some VIPs on the phone here. This is Lou and Larry from KGGO. We're going to be talking to them in a little bit. You can call right now and talk to them. But first, we want to talk to Kathy Nessa from Iowa Methodist Medical Center. Thanks for being with us this morning.
I just want to thank MDA. Here at Iowa Methodist, we run the MDA clinic. Through funds provided by MDA, we're able to pay for all physician charges and therapy charges that people can't pay themselves through insurance, or those people that don't have insurance at all. I guess I just want to thank MDA.
Well, we want to thank you for coming in this morning and answering phones. You can call right now and talk to Kathy Nessa. If you work at Iowa Methodist Medical Center, call 276-6060, and you can talk to Kathy. And you have a couple pledges you'd like to read here, too.
I have pledges from Don Hartshorn, Don Burt, from Winterset, Amy Newkirk, and from Marshalltown, Nancy Kirby.
Okay, well, thank you very much, and we'll be talking to these guys in a little bit. They look like they're busy, but we want to go right now to Mary.
Thank you, and I have a special guest. He is Arthur Poitnin. He is the president of Grandview College, and he's joining us today on a very special day, and it happens to be a birthday.
My 51st birthday, so I'm having a lot of fun on 51 with you, Mary, and all the good people at MDA.
This is one you'll remember, isn't it, Art?
Oh, indeed. This is exciting.
How are things at Grandview?
Oh, great. We have a wonderful fall opening, and I got my first phone call from Bob and Tony Clark for $50, and we thank them very much for the
Certainly do. Isn't it a rush to get that first amount of money and just know that there's lots more coming in?
I'm all pumped up already.
You sure look nice, Arthur.
Well, thank you.
You're wearing your birthday suit.
I am. It's a gift from my wife. It is my birthday
I
suit.
hope she's watching because you're doing a great job, and you've got some more names here.
Very quickly, thanks to Glenda Wishon, Melissa Steenhook, Charles Fletchell, Lynn O'Donnell, George Thomas, David Bassman, and we thank you, and I'm ready to take your call.
And now they're friends of Grandview College.
Absolutely.
Well, we certainly are, and we appreciate you coming, so thank you, Arthur. And our hosts are sitting right next to you, you know, the folks who make us feel so welcome out here at Merle Hay Mall. In fact, it's just never been better than when we've been here. And Jane Dickey and Rich Likeness. Jane, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I already got my first pledge, too.
From?
Jeremy Lang for $30. He's from Des Moines, and he was thrilled to call in, and we were thrilled to have his pledge.
I'm sure he was thrilled to talk to you, Jane.
Well, I hope so.
You're doing a great job. Rich, thanks for putting up with us.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Every year we look forward to it. It's a lot of fun activities, and a lot of money's raised for this event. And in fact, we'd like to add to that. We have a check for $6,000 on behalf of the merchants of Merle Hay Mall.
What nice people. Oh, that's fabulous. That's going to look wonderful on the tote board. Rich, will you thank them all personally for us?
You bet.
You know they're good folks.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you all, and keep up the good work here on the Celebrity Phones. Sarah?
Mary, I'm over here at the Fishbowl, which is just another way that you can help by calling 276-6060. You can get folks to answer the phone like the VIPs. We also have some Drake Pharmacy students and a fly here. I told the Drake students I'd mention them, so be sure and call with your pledge. You can also help through the Fishbowl. If you come on down to the mall, it's raining outside anyway, come on down, watch us do the telethon. You can drop your money into the Fishbowl. We also have T-shirts. If you put $35 or more into the Fishbowl, we can get you a T-shirt, one of these fancy MDA KCCI T-shirts. There are many other ways that you can help. Buying stars. Now, there is a whole board here that's filling with stars. Some folks called in a $500 pledge, dedicated it to Earl and Lucart and Joanne Mead. We're going to put that on the board, a $500 pledge. We also have a $250 pledge from Harry's DC Drug and VVA Chapter 490. So these folks are also helping out in many different ways. And when you call in that pledge, some of that money goes to help students or kids that want to go to camp. We'd like to introduce you to a very special girl. Her name is Masha. She's from Moscow. Her parents are living in Ames. They are going to Iowa State, and we would like to show you her story.
For her, it's very important to communicate with other kids, and she needs some practice in English.
It's a great opportunity for us to meet another kids with the same problems, and I think it helps us psychologically, just to see how people can behave with certain type of disabilities, and it was really great, and we find really good people here. Of course, it was very difficult, you know, when you have such a terrible diagnosis for a kid. But for me personally, I decided for myself to tough it out and to do anything I can for my kid to make her life, no matter how long it is, as much enjoyable for her as possible. I think people should know that there are some terrible diseases that you cannot control by yourself. Nobody knows the cause of this disease. They've traced some chromosomes that can lead them to find out the clue how to cure the disease. So it was very great, encouraging news for us to hear from MDA about that. And that disease is terrible, really terrible. It's like a blind disease because nobody knows what kid will be affected. And it's your turn.
I hope that something will be done to such kids as Masha.
Masha is going to be joining us a little bit later this afternoon. It costs $350 to send a kid to camp. We'd like to get that $350 here in the fishbowl. In fact, we've got a couple guys sitting back here. You can't see them, but they're waiting to take your money at the fishbowl, so come on down. We'd really like to help send folks like Masha to camp. It's very special for her and her family. Mary?
Thank you, Sarah. A few moments ago, Merle Hay Mall gave us $6,000, and we're going to add a lot more right now. This is a good cutaway, folks. That tote board's going to look great. Dave Porup's here from KCCI TV, our sales director, manager. What is your title, Dave?
General Sales Manager.
I just call you Dave. And Lee Martin from Q102, KRNQ. How you doing?
Good to see you again, Mary. You look nice this year.
Well, you look great. You always are in a good mood, too.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. We had our love run this morning, and it went very well, even despite of the weather. We still had a couple hundred people who were running, and I want to offer you a check here, courtesy, of course, of TV8 and Q102. We also got Yonkers Fitness Sports 7-Up bottlers, and it's for $7,525.
Could we have a hand for that, please? Oh, nice. Did you run, Dave?
I ran all 6.2 miles. It was, believe it or not, a beautiful morning for a run.
You know, I heard the winners say that. They didn't mind, as, you know, once they got used to it.
Humidity was down, and by the time you finish, you're wet anyway, so you might as well have a nice, cool shower while you're running.
John Walters did a great job anchoring that, and if you were up early enough, you did see it. You even saw the kids running around. Did you run every year?
No, ma'am. I stood, though, and looked real good at it, too. I stood with authority.
I like that. I do that, too.
Yeah, I know. I'm one of the great standers of all time.
Now, listen, next year, we both have to get in shape and do that run.
Sure, okay. I'll have my secretary call your secretary. We'll get right on that, Mary. No problem.
And we'll do Love Run Talk.
Yeah, we'll do Love Run Talk. That's right, yeah.
It's always great to have the radio guys, and nice to have you, Dave.
You bet.
You're going to have to head back to work now, right?
Yes, we've got to go handle all those good advertisers now.
I was going to say, anybody who wants to buy a commercial with us, this is the time we have to give a plug for that, right?
Good job.
Call Dave. Okay, Steve?
Well, Mary, you know, businesses and organizations help us out a lot. Small Fry Play School had a hop. They raised $953, $1,200 from the Manning Community Chest. Grinnell Beverage, that's a Budweiser distributor, had a percentage of sales deal and sold Shamrocks. $3,190. Quick Shops also sold some shams, $733 raised there. And Village Square Daycare had a hop, $1,064. And I'm standing in front of what looks like a jail, and it is. And we have a very nice guy here. His name is Jeff Murphy. He's a member of the Iowa JCs, but Jeff, you're no ordinary JC. You're kind of like a mucky muck, aren't you?
I'm the management vice president of the Iowa JCs, and I'm standing in today for our president, Tom Grady, who's in Florida right now.
Okay, and why is Tom in Florida, pray tell?
Well, the Iowa JC spent the last 10 days putting together canned goods and other food items to be shipped to Florida to the hurricane victims down there.
Okay, and we found out just how generous Iowans can be. They are helping out the people in Florida, and what would you like them to do for the folks with muscular dystrophy?
Well, right now, if they'll just give us a call, contribute what you can contribute, and get me out of this jail, that would be great. So if all the Iowa JCs out there would get on the horn, give us a call, give us what you can, we'd really appreciate it.
Okay, and Jeff is also calling people to try and raise some money. He needs $250 to get out of here. But Jeff, do you know a woman by the name of Karen Van Meter? Who is Karen?
Karen is my fiance. We're supposed to get married in a month.
Guess what, Jeff? You're supposed to get married in a month. You might not want to after I tell you what I'm going to tell you. She's pledged $100, but she's pledged $100 to keep you in there longer. So, Jeff, you're there, buddy. Start calling. Everybody please call in for Jeff because it's a flimsy jail, but it's nonetheless pleasant, is it, Jeff?
No, it isn't. Please call.
Okay, please call. And Sue Mason has some people, some familiar faces to me anyway.
That's right. Well, you know, I don't know if you saw this, but about about a month or so ago, I did a special series of reports on country music and on how hot country music has become. And these two here are here to basically tell us exactly it is hot. And they're doing some work for the Muscular Dystrophy Association as well. This is Marty Dreiling and J. Michael McCoy. J. Michael McCoy from KJJY. Tell us what you did to raise money for the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
Well, Sue, last night we got together at Guitars and Cadillacs, and you know, you've heard of dance marathons where you get up and dance for hours and hours. We had a line dance marathon. And we had folks come in and we line danced for almost 3 hours last night at Guitars, and everybody had a pledge packet and they had to get people to pledge to them to how long they were going to dance on the line dance. We had a lot of sweating going on, a lot of two-stepping, and we raised $3,000. How much was it, Marty?
$3,015. All right. Well, thank you very much. Now, I understand Sarah Jarvis and Dana Carden were out there line dancing last night, too. Tell us exactly how they did. I mean, we saw the good stuff, but tell us how they really did.
Well, you know, you and Dan Vanderpool, who is Marty's son, we saw you two dancing during the special, but Sarah and Dana, they really cut a rug. Dana got his cowboy hat on, and Sarah had her boots on, and they did a great job two-stepping last night. We may get them to teach two-step out there. We'll call it TV two-step.
I think that would be a good idea. Marty, tell us how things went.
I think it went great, and Dan and I are really happy with our clientele who pitched in and did all the sweating and heartfelt right to the bottom to raise this pledge for us. So,
well, we appreciate all the work you did for Muscular Dystrophy Association. And J. Michael McCoy, what would you like to tell viewers right now?
Well, thanks for listening to KJJY, and keep calling in and sending your money to Jerry's Kids and MDA. It's a great cause. I had a godmother die of muscular dystrophy years ago, and so it's something that I always enjoy doing, and hope everybody pitches in and makes Iowa a great state for contributions.
Okay, thank you very much, both of us. We appreciate it. The number to call, 276-6060. Mary and Steve.
Well, you know, we're wearing flowers here today. And, Mary, there are some people, some special people involved with MDA who like you very much, and they send Mary flowers every year, don't they?
Here they are. You know, Steve, when I started doing the telethon 21 years ago, before you ever thought of being in television, and we're just a toddler, the Wirtz family meant a lot to me. Jimmy Wirtz was one of our very special ambassadors, and Jimmy's gone now, but we never have forgotten him. And they used to bring me flowers from the garden, and it always cheered me up and made me feel a little better, and so we'd always have them on the table at the telethon. Now flowers are all over the place. But the Wirtz family never has forgotten. They always send me flowers every year. In fact, they're usually here volunteering. I think Marilyn and Eli are probably backstage somewhere. Here's wishing you another great telethon, the Wirtz family. So I wish you could have known Jimmy, but to those of us who remember him with great fondness. We want to remember somebody else, too, Amy Reinsberger. And you met her last year on the telethon. She's in our thoughts today.
Well, the name of the disease is mitochondrial myopathy, and it's one of the 40 diseases that MDA works with. And she was diagnosed when she was 6 years old.
I think when they first told us about it, we tried to find out all we knew, and at that time, when she was 6, they told us, well, we just found a name for it now, so that's in some ways discouraging. You know, well, we'd like to know more, but the doctors haven't known that much yet.
I learned to put up with it. It's been hard for me through school. I went to a regular school that couldn't do things in gym class that other people did, and the kids in my class used to tease me. They helped me cope with it the last several years through high school. I think they made me feel comfortable going to high school with them and being in the class.
She does everything that she can as far as regular school. She attended regular school. She graduated from BCLUW and actually was one of the speakers at her graduation. She was one of the 4 speakers.
I talked at graduation about the teachers, how they helped me through high school, and they give special books for me to take home so I wouldn't have to carry my bag home. It was like my bag weighed more than I did.
We hope they can find out something to reverse it, but I think maybe the best hope is to find out something just to hold it on its own right now. And I haven't heard that they found much yet. They've tried some new medicine, but so far it doesn't seem to be, we haven't noticed any change. Of course, you expect something right now, not in the future.
There are 40 diseases, like, and each disease is different. Like, there's only 2 people with the same disease that I have in the United States. And that's kind of frustrating for me and my parents and my doctors. They can't find anything to help me, but I pray that they will someday, and that they will help other children, especially younger than me. I see these little 6-year-olds, cute 6-year-olds coming to camp here. They're so cute.
The research came too late for Amy. Amy died last April, but she is well remembered this weekend, and I hope you'll remember her all year long. Every teenager wants to be special and different, but not by having a rare neuromuscular disease. So won't you be generous and give us what you can by calling 276-6060. Sarah has found somebody who wants to make a contribution.
That's right, Mary. Since we told you about the fishbowl at the beginning of this cut-in, we have raised $110 and some change, and we have some folks here. What's your name and where are you from?
Benjamin Merrill, and I'm from Johnston, Iowa.
Okay, Benjamin, be sure and put your money in. What's your name?
Nicole.
And where are you from, Nicole?
Des Moines.
You can put your money in and go on through. And what's your name?
Jessica.
And Jessica, where are you from?
Des Moines.
Des Moines. See, they're all coming through, putting their money in. We've got some other folks here as you hear the change going in. Where are you from? And
my name is Christine, and I'm from Des Moines, and this is Victoria.
And why did you come down to put your money in the fishbowl?
Well, I've been given every year.
And Victoria really likes this microphone. Thank you very much. We'll have you go through. We'd really like to encourage you to come down and join us at the fishbowl. We've got a lot of folks who are coming out, but we need more. We have to keep these guys back here busy, and we have one more fellow who's going to give to the fishbowl. What is your name?
Kenneth.
And where are you from, Kenneth?
Des Moines.
Des Moines. Thank you so much for coming out, and we'll send it back to Mary and Steve. And Sue.
Yeah,
well, I'm here
I'm standing here between 2 fabulous babes.
Oh, thank you, Steve.
Lucky guy.
You're not so bad yourself.
Why, thank you.
These duds. Anyway, the purpose is to call in the number and raise some money, 276-6060, and I think we did very well this cut-in.
This was a good one.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, when I talked to Jeff Murphy over there, his fiancée called back and said that she raised that $100,000.
Wishful thinking.
Exactly, that $100. A group of friends, she just kind of brokered the deal. So we've got a board change coming up here, and we want to check this out.
Let's see how we did.
Let's do it.
Oh.
Woo! All right.
$25,000.
Yes.
Woo! $25,000 in 20 minutes.
Wonderful.
That's fantastic.
We still have a long way to go, but that is a great jump. Let's see if we can beat that next time.
Let's do better next time. Keep the phones ringing, 276-6060.
Okay, and it's time to go back to Jerry in Las Vegas.
Tulsa and invited us to join. You know, and for the folks in your audience, they need to understand that your activity in MDA isn't just limited to what they see over this Labor Day. You work at it 12 months a year. You've come to our employee meetings, you've come to our distributor meetings, and through your efforts in helping us, we've done an outstanding job for you and your kids. You may have seen in this film clip one of the latest innovations our employees put together, kind of a pig kissing contest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was a new one.
Is that Larry's idea or Charlie's idea?
Well, since neither one of us are in the pigs, we won't say whose idea it is.
Okay.
All right. But we've had a good year, and later on in the show, you'll see some of our distributors. You'll meet them, because they've been very instrumental in the funds that we've raised. So to give you an update on where we stand right now, I'll let Larry share it with you.
Okay, Larry. Thank you, Charlie.
Jerry, Charlie is right. It's been a fantastic year again at Citgo for MDA.
And for the 7th consecutive year, we've got a check for you. And this check is for $250,000. That comes to $1.25 million so far.
$1.25 million so far.
And I think you're going to see some more of Citgo as the telethon progresses.
I have a feeling that in the next 6 hours, I'm going to see Charlie and Larry back here. And Ron.
Amen.
I'll look for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you both. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, Larry. Huh? What? A phone call for me? Hello? Hello? Is it Larry? We have Larry King calling me on our phone, which should be on the line.
Hello.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Lewis. What do you think of Howard Stern, the radio personality? How do you like them apples?
I don't think we got Larry King. No. I think it was a phony. Well, you know, we do this show. It's life and death, and it's important, but you're always going to get a schmuck out there. That's okay. What the hell? It's what makes the world go round. They sucked you in pretty good, folks. If Larry King was really going to call me, he'd have called me on my private phone in the dressing room. Okay, we've been had. My next guests, ladies and gentlemen, have successfully combined soul with sophistication to fashion one classy act. Please welcome Atlantic Star.
And I dedicate my life to you. A love like yours is rare. It must have been sent from up above, and I know you'll stay this way for always. And we both know that our love will grow, and forever it will be you and me. Ooh, you're like the sun, chasing all of the rain away. When you come around, you bring brighter days. You're the perfect one for me, and you forever will be. And I will love you so for always. Come with me, sweet. Let's go, and they will bring us joy for always. I love you so. I can't find enough ways to let you know, but you can be sure I'm yours for always. And we both know that our love will grow, and forever it will be you and me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Jerry.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And you brought us luck. That good sound
brought us luck.
produces this sound
Yeah,
and this
here's a
roll.
Tiffany.
Go.
Takes too damn long. Yeah.
Yeah. 15. All right, let's welcome the MDA Vice President and President and Chief Executive Officer of Harley-Davidson, their head hog, Rich Terling.
Hi, Rich. Welcome back.
Hi, Jerry. Good to be
How
back.
you? Good.
I hope you enjoyed the video we gave you earlier.
I loved it.
Gives everyone an idea of just how much fun the Harley family has raising money for your kids. As great as that was, what you're about to see should really amaze you.
Okay.
As you know, 1993 marks the 90th anniversary for Harley-Davidson. And we've got a family reunion planned that will have no equal. Let's watch.
Okay. Clay.
Few events in the history of motorcycling can compare to Harley-Davidson's 1988 Milwaukee ride and homecoming celebration for MDA. The week-long cross-country rides, culminating in a day-long celebration in Milwaukee, helped the only major American motorcycle manufacturer mark its 85th birthday in grand style. In the summer of 1993, Harley-Davidson will celebrate its 90th anniversary with an even bigger event. Throughout the week of June 6th, thousands of motorcyclists from around the world will join in special rides from 10 North American cities. Each ride will be hosted by Harley-Davidson top executives. Also, Harley-Davidson dealers throughout the country will be organizing local events and leading their customers along the ride. At receptions held every night along the way, the local community can come out, meet the motorcyclists and MDA families, and join in the fun. Finally, on Saturday, June 12, the riders will converge in Milwaukee, birthplace and home of Harley-Davidson, for a full-day family reunion featuring top-name entertainment, great Wisconsin-style food and refreshments, displays of new and vintage motorcycles, and a celebration of the Harley-Davidson lifestyle. Once again, all proceeds from the ride and reunion will go to MDA. Everyone's invited, so see your local Harley dealer now for more information.
Jerry, we'd love to have you with us in Milwaukee for the reunion. In the meantime, please accept this second check from the Harley-Davidson family in the amount of $500,000.
$500,000.
I'll be back again later with more for you and your kids.
And I'll be in Milwaukee, I promise you.
God bless you.
Okay, thank you, Rich. Ed.
Last year, Kellogg's Rice Krispies made a $1 million donation to help Jerry's kids. We're happy to welcome them back this year. And now a message from our friends at Kellogg.
All across America, on any given morning, kids are waking up to snap, crackle, and pop in a bowl of Kellogg's Rice Krispies. Kids are a very special part of the Kellogg mission. We especially believe that all kids deserve the chance to live their lives to the fullest, to experience all the joys of childhood, regardless of physical condition. For these reasons, Kellogg's second year of involvement with MDA became a mission to help Jerry's kids just be kids. Kellogg's channeled all of its resources and energies into an enormous one-week blitz, August 30th through September 5th, donating $1 to MDA for every box of Kellogg's Rice Krispies sold during that time. Our sales team sent the word out to all our retailers that Jerry's kids needed their help. More than 25,000 dedicated retailers responded by bringing Kellogg's program into the communities and adding their own for even more impact. The message to consumers was clear. Let's all help Jerry's kids just be kids. Our consumers showed their true colors last week by filling grocery stores nationwide and filling their carts with Kellogg's Rice Krispies. Because of their enthusiasm and concern for Jerry's kids, Kellogg's second effort for MDA was a rousing success. So today's donation also represents the overwhelming spirit of caring and generosity expressed by our retailers and consumers. With this kind of heartfelt support, one day all of Jerry's kids can and will just be kids.
Hi, Sally, baby.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sweetheart.
Things are going really well here, Jerry.
I hope so. Before we even talk, I want you to hear this audience welcome you. Sally, Jesse, Raphael.
Thank you very, very much. You're doing a wonderful job, Jerry. It sounds terrific.
I didn't hear you, sweetheart.
You're doing a wonderful job. It looks and sounds terrific.
I really heard you the first time. I wanted to hear it again.
Oh, that's an old vaudeville thing.
Right. How's it going in Los Angeles?
Very well, it is indeed. We had a slow last hour. We made about 23,000 last hour, and we're hoping that it'll come up from that. But
it usually does. This is what we call the downtime, Sally. The downtime happens around 7 in the morning through till around 10:30.
All right.
Our time. And then I get that second jolt of energy around 10:30, and then we start, Ed is running to the board every 30 seconds, and it starts to cook.
That's great. No, you appear to have a tremendous amount of energy. I was just a little concerned that they weren't lighting up enough, but I think the people here are really with it, and they're doing a wonderful job. Everyone here they are very professional, and it's tremendously well organized.
Is Casey working his little heart out?
Oh, do you mean that fellow, that
yes,
guy that used to count backwards? What's Casey?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing all right. Yeah.
The Jewish Arab, the one, yeah, that's him right there.
You bet we're doing just fine, and this is a great group to work with. The enthusiasm that you spread to the Love Network, Jerry, is very infectious.
Thank you, Casey. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. I hope the two of you are getting on well and that everything is successful and terrific in Los Angeles, and we'll be coming back to you before the next hour or so.
Jerry, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Still there. There's a letter here that came to you that I think is so very important to read because I think it sums everything up in 60 seconds. May I?
Yes, please do.
Please. Dear Mr. Lewis, on June 8th, 1992, my husband and I were blessed with our second son, a beautiful 6-pound, 11-ounce baby boy. His name is Sean. Shortly after his birth, our doctors told us there was a problem. They said Sean was too floppy. Before another day had passed, the doctors told us Sean had muscular dystrophy. We became numb. Our dreams became a nightmare, and we became an emotional roller coaster ride that still can't stop. Since Sean was diagnosed, I spent each day asking God why, and begging him to let me keep my baby. Late at night, I cradle my baby in my arms, hold his tiny hand, and promise him that I will fight this for him until he's older and, God willing, stronger and can help us fight. Jerry, I want to thank you personally for the gift you've given to my husband and me and many others. It's a gift of hope. Hope is the only thing we have to hang on. I never expected this disease to touch our lives. Each year we watch your telethon. After our first son was born, I would watch and cry for the children and their parents because we were blessed with a healthy child. Now, we are those parents. I don't want others to cry for my husband and me or pity Sean. I want them to help the only way they can, with money. I know now that you, Jerry Lewis, have given us a gift of hope, but God has given us a gift too. You. Thank you, Jerry. Sally?
Many of you know me from television, but I think you also know that I'm a person, I have a home, and I have a family to care for. Well, as a parent, I know how fragile and how beautiful a child's life can be. We try to protect them with everything we've got, but sometimes it just isn't enough. You see, sometimes there is no protection. Right now, there is no way to prevent neuromuscular diseases that destroy the most precious gift, life. And that's pretty frightening. You know, for many years, there was no hope. There was no place to turn. And then something wonderful happened. The parents got angry. Patients and their families, they got angry. And so together they formed the Muscular Dystrophy Association. It's an organization dedicated to fighting those heartbreaking diseases. That was in 1950. Today, MDA research is moving so rapidly that we have one discovery following on the heels of another. And we're going to see cures and treatments, not just for the neuromuscular diseases, but for heart disease and cancer and diabetes and Alzheimer's. So if you're a parent, or if you're a grandparent, or if you're just somebody who happens to think that children are pretty precious, call now. Make something wonderful happen with one little precious call.
Thank you, Sally. They're going to do it.
Thank you, Jerry.
Okay. Lisa.
Jerry,
I'd like everyone to meet a woman who refused to be worn down by a system that would not accommodate her child because he was disabled. Instead, Sandra Perino got mad, and then she decided to fight back, just like Sally was saying, not just for her own family, but for the whole disabled community. Largely through her efforts, the Americans with Disabilities Act has become a reality, and the rights and privileges extended ADA under our Constitution are now protected for all persons with disabilities. Here is Sandra Swift Perino, chairperson of the National Committee on Disability.
Thank you, Lisa. Discrimination knows no boundaries. Is there anyone in this country who hasn't witnessed discrimination or experienced discrimination? 10 years ago, I was given a challenging opportunity to do something about the discrimination facing people with disabilities. I was appointed chairperson of the National Council on Disability, which is a small, independent federal agency. Its mission is to develop and recommend public policy on disability to the President and the Congress. The National Council is made up of appointees with disabilities, parents of children with disabilities, and professionals knowledgeable about disability. The National Council held hearings all over the country, talking with and listening to people with disabilities and their families. Over and over again, we heard about people being refused entrance into movie theaters and restaurants, being rejected from jobs when they clearly had the qualifications, being unable to participate in town meetings, and being denied access to public transportation. We wondered together, how is it that in a country founded on individual liberty and equality, we had to prove our case for exercising those inherent rights? How is it that having a disability somehow makes you ineligible for participation in society? These are the questions that motivated us as we set about our mission. The Council commissioned the pollster Lou Harris to survey people with disabilities about their lives and their concerns. The results of the now famous Harris poll, entitled Bringing Disabled Americans into the Mainstream, influenced us tremendously. Unfortunately, what we learned was what we had expected. Americans with disabilities are uniquely underprivileged and disadvantaged. Americans with disabilities are poorer and less educated than any other minority group in America. Americans with disabilities participate less in virtually every aspect of society and have a lower level of self-satisfaction than other Americans. The Harris poll told us that not working is perhaps the truest definition of disability, since 2/3 of all Americans with disabilities between the ages of 16 and 64 are not working at all, and that most of them want to work. We knew that one reason for this abysmal situation was discrimination. We realized that the only way to combat this discrimination was to develop a comprehensive civil rights law. In 1986, we issued a report to the President and Congress entitled Toward Independence. In that report, we called for the enactment of an equal opportunity statute and suggested the title, the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1986. We stated that unnecessary barriers and discrimination had to be eliminated if people with disabilities were to be independent and have equal opportunity. In 1988, we took our legislation to Congress with the help and support of so many people. Congress considered this legislation in less than 2 years, a remarkable record, and delivered it to an eagerly awaiting President George Bush, who had made it clear from the very beginning that he wanted the legislation to become the law of the land. In a magnificent signing ceremony on the White House lawn on July 26, 1990, in the midst of thousands of people with disabilities, President Bush signed the Americans with Disabilities Act and proclaimed Independence Day for people with disabilities. The President said, and I quote, "We rejoice, proclaiming together, we will not accept, we will not excuse, we will not tolerate discrimination in America. Let the shameful wall of exclusion come tumbling down." The ADA ensures what was ours all along, but was not recognized: the full citizenship of people with disabilities. This law recognizes that it is not the disability itself that erects the obstacles, but rather society's closed doors. This law opens those doors, and they are ours to pass through. Of course, the ADA will not solve all of our problems. We have a tremendous unfinished agenda in order to secure full participation for people with disabilities. We need a comprehensive nationwide system of personal assistance services. We need equal access to health insurance. We need access to assistive technology and research. Reaffirming the fundamental American principle of equality is everyone's responsibility, those with disabilities and those without. The more inclusive a society we are, the richer a society we are. And the more determined we are to secure individual rights, the more we hold a candle to the world, ensuring freedom and democracy. I would like to thank Jerry Lewis and the Muscular Dystrophy Association for all the work they have done and for giving me an opportunity to spread the word about the Americans with Disabilities Act, as it is estimated that 80% of the American people are not aware of the ADA. Won't you join me in changing that situation and realize that the Americans with Disabilities Act is the beginning rather than an end to our efforts? We must continue our commitment to convert the words of law into the action of justice. In closing, I would like to say God bless you, particularly the children.
Thank you so much, Sandra Perino. I know I speak for a lot of people who say thank you for getting mad and for doing such wonderful work. We want you to join our fight, and we want to tell you how you can do that by using your credit card. Here's a message.
Hi, I'm Julie, and this is Risa and Donna and Amy and Allison, and we're the production assistants for the show. We're the ones who are responsible for timing the show, as well as preparing all the paperwork, including scripts and rundowns and schedules.
And we just want to remind you that you can make your telethon contribution with your American Express, Visa, MasterCard, or Discover card. And if you use your American Express card, they will donate an extra $1 to MDA.
So please have your credit card handy when you call the number on your screen, or 1-800-FIGHT-MD. Remember,
1-800-FIGHT-MD.
Jerry, it's 9:15 on the West Coast. There's a rhythm that sets in, and I love when it starts. It's the rhythm of that board going round and round, quicker and quicker. Here's another one. Give me a temp. Roll it.
It's a very slow pledge board.
60 million. Jerry, we'll be meeting with KinderCare's Vice President of Consumer Service and Government Relations, Ann Muscari, right after this.
Minute by minute, day by day, KinderCare is committed to the development of the whole child. Intellectual development, emotional development, social development, and physical skills are developed naturally through wonderful learning and play activities. Even a child's sense of giving and sharing is developed through our association with MDA.
Jerry's kids are very special people. At KinderCare, we raised over $200 at our sleepover. We gave it to the MDA because we like to help Jerry's kids.
Jerry's kids really appreciate what KinderCare kids do for them.
To parents, children, and caregivers at KinderCare centers nationwide, MDA Time is about helping to build funds to fight neuromuscular diseases and about helping to build good citizens of the future. A 100,000 smiling KinderCare faces in over 1,000 KinderCare places. Love and learn and share. It's what we do at KinderCare.
Hello, Jerry.
Hi, sweetheart.
I'm delighted to be back again this year on behalf of our 20,000 employees, over 100,000 kids and their families and their friends, and to bring to you a check for $930,000. And that's a KinderCare hug.
Thank you. Ed.
Let's welcome from Telecommunications Incorporated, the state manager of TCI of New York, Mark Hess.
Mark, welcome.
Thank you, Jerry.
Happy to have you with us.
Glad to be here. One of the things TCI has been most proud of during its association with MDA is the fact that this organization has helped make thousands of people's lives easier. We'd like to show you a video right now that recognizes a day in the life of Matt Schumann, a busy newspaper reporter from Greeley, Colorado.
Okay, let's look at that, Clay.
Matt, where's that story I've been looking for? I need it in 5 minutes. Okay, Jim, I'll be done in about 5 more minutes. You just got to add a couple quotes in.
You know, the quarterback, he's just running with the ball, and he's running just like this, you know, so I just came in, I was just excited.
It's a great story to work on.
Get that 360 plate in a minute. Yeah. All right.
How long is it going to be? So I know first last one calls in May, so good. That shouldn't take too long. Another paper down. Oh, yeah, that was a tough one, but man, it's good to get it out. It was a good one.
So what are you going to do this weekend?
Oh, just left with it. I'm just going to kick back and relax and goof around, have some fun.
Doesn't that get you going? He has a great, busy life. Now, a few more special people on the MDA Personal Achievement Honor State Roll Call of Honor. Yes, it's early. The awards are given to individuals served by MDA who this year realized significant achievements, especially in community service. Scott Neves of Columbus is studying computer programming. He has a degree in communications from Mississippi State University. Mark Halsback Jr. of Mechanicsville is a coordinator at the Central Virginia Independent Living Center. As an Eagle Scout, Chad Wood of Moorcroft completed a special disabled awareness project, resulting in improved accessibility to facilities for people with disabilities. Bill Swisher of Wichita is a graduate of Wichita State. He's an engineer with the Boeing Company. Joe Sowell of Bethune works for greater accessibility for people with disabilities in his community. Steve Jacobson of Encinitas is a research scientist working to find the genetic cause or causes of muscular dystrophy. MDA salutes this group of winners. Congratulations. Now I'd like you to meet a semi-finalist for the MDA National Achievement Award. Despite his occupation, he's really a very nice guy. Let's meet Armand Legant of Hartford, Connecticut.
I'd like to thank everybody for nominating me for being one of the top finalists. I'm very excited and proud of it. I've achieved a lot of things in my life, but I didn't realize that they'd ever give me an award for this. But I think it's pretty wild and pretty great. There's certain things in life that you want to be able to achieve. And, you know, let's face it, there's somebody will always provide a roof over your head and food on the table and clothes on your back, but if you want extras, you're gonna have to go out and work for it. So I decided that the best bet would be to go to school to become an accountant, and then from there I obtained a job as a revenue agent for the Department of Revenue Services in Connecticut. And while working, I then worked my way into being able to be able to drive to work. I've always had the desire to wanted to drive. And everybody kept on telling me that it could never be done. And I said, yeah, I'll show you I can drive. And I did. I've been able to get wherever I want to go very independently now on my own. I can go to work and I'll play and do whatever I want to do and feel very, very independent.
Please meet now Armand Legault. Armand is not an income tax agent. He's a nice, soft-spoken tax collector, and he and I were talking earlier. We said we're both a little bit fuzzy today, so I'm going to hang on to this and give you this.
Okay, thank you. I'm very honored to have been given this award, and but I'd like to accept it on behalf of all the achievers throughout the country. Each and every one of us have gone out and done our own thing to try to, make life easier and better for everybody in the country. And I'd like to say that the Muscular Dystrophy Association has probably, made it possible for me to be able to do all this by one of the major things that they've done is probably allowed me to go, or made me go to camp, summer camp, which allowed me the ability to become independent and be away from mom and dad, so I had to kind of learn on my own to do things, And one of the things I like to tell the viewing audience is that the Muscular Dystrophy Association is not an organization. They're a family of millions of people out there, little kids, older kids, big kids like me, like I'm one of Jerry's big kid. We're all out there, moms and dads and families, we're all out there doing as a family thing, trying to go out there and find cures for, the cold or whatever, as a family would do, except we just have to do it in a much bigger way.
You're right.
Okay, and Jerry, I'm proud of you. We love you, and that if we're all a big family, does that mean that like you and I are like kissing cousins or something?
Oh, I certainly hope so. I think that makes us very legit, don't you?
Oh, very good. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I'm so proud to be in your family. Thank you. Congratulations. Thanks so much.
This is the NBA Telethon Network.
To sponsor 1 minute of MDA research. You can do it. You see, it costs MDA about $40 per minute to support the work of hundreds of scientists around the world and right here in central Iowa. Those scientists are working toward the answers needed to defeat neuromuscular diseases. So make your pledge now for $40 or whatever you can afford. You'll be helping us move even closer to a cure. Thank you.
From Merle Hay Mall, here's Mary Brubaker and Steve Carlin.
Thank you, Molly. A very spirited group here. In fact, we have some cheerleaders from the town of Leon, just south of Des Moines. Makes it that way. And they're just really getting everybody revved up over there, and we certainly do need their help.
It seems that each group of phone operators just kind of catches that enthusiasm from the last group and just gets better and better and better. So are you ready to take a lot of calls today?
We've got to get the phones ringing here.
Right.
And I have some things to read here. These are some amounts that came in from some organizations and businesses around the central Iowa area. Silver Screen and Ice Cream, sounds like an ice cream
yum.
and video place, $1,888. Kids Life Discovery Nursery School, I would imagine, had a hop, raised $725. Treetop Nursery School had a hop as well, $772. And the Polk City JCs blocked the roads up there north of Des Moines, and they, bilked people out of $388.
You got it. You got it. We'll get it any way we can.
Yeah, we can.
And whenever we're off camera and somebody mentions a hopathon, Steve just goes crazy.
I like to hop.
Hop, hop, hop.
That's right. Okay.
Is that
do it
worth
as well as
something?
the kids, though.
No, they're terrific.
Okay, and I guess we're supposed to take a look at the board right now.
Well, I'll look at it anytime.
$62,578 right now. And once again, last year we raised a little over $250,000, a little over $255,000, and we certainly do want to beat that this year.
And the reason that board looks so good is because people who have pledged $25 or more are really bringing up the numbers, and we want to thank them. We want to thank Gladys Lucas and Sandra and Lloyd Doan and George and Mary Christopher and Georgia Capeu and Marjorie and Chuck Smith, Nina O'Neill, Catherine Tassler, Shirley Schultz, Ken Clark in memory of his mother who died of ALS, and Kathy Dotero from Sioux City.
Okay, I believe we want to go to Sarah Jarvis right now. She has some very important people to speak with. Sarah?
That's right. We're here at the phone banks, and we would like to encourage you to call 276-6060. There are a lot of folks in outlying areas that are also taking your calls. Special thanks to the Varsity Bowl for sponsoring the pledge Center in Webster City. Now, they're bringing the people in their community closer together by helping MDA. In addition to answering the phones in Webster City, Varsity Bowl conducted an all-night bowl-a-thon, a volleyball tournament, a barbecue, and a lot more. So if you live in the Webster City area, be sure and give them a call at 832-6180 and help MDA. And we are here with a lot of folks who are answering the phones. These are the VIPs who are joining us. And we have Robin, who is here with a lot of folks. And tell us about who you're with and what you have for us.
Okay, hi, I'm Robin Davis, and I'm from Pooh's Corner Preschool in Marshalltown. And the students at our preschool had a hop-a-thon, and Amy here was our top hopper. And we also have a check for $774 that the children raised.
Great. We'd really like to thank you. And she mentioned a special little girl, Amy. Amy, what's your name and where are you from?
Amy.
And where are you from, Amy? She's from Marshalltown.
Marshalltown.
There you go. Now, Amy, show us what you did to raise this money. She's got a special act.
Yeah.
All right. This is some heavy-duty hopping going on here. Amy, thank you very much. You did a great job. We'd also like to thank a few other folks who are here along the VIP row. Lee Martin from Q102. I'm sure you've heard him in the morning. Lee, tell us a little bit about what you have for us here.
Oh, am I supposed to read this now?
This is where we cue you to read this.
This is the ad-lib portion of the program. Our special thanks to the JCs for sponsoring the Pledge Center in Oskaloosa. KISS Radio is helping them out at Penn Central Mall, and of course they do such fine work and helping everybody with the telethon and MDA. And also the JCs have a roadblock going on in town to raise additional funds for Jerry's Kids. I got hit yesterday, by the way. I was down there. If you live in the Oskaloosa area, it's 673-6402, 673-6402 to help out MDA. How'd I do?
Wonderful. Thanks a lot, Lee. And if you call 276-6060, you may even get Lee on the phone. We've got a lot of folks here from the Air Force recruiting, and I understand you have some pledges to read, too.
Yes, sir, I do. $25 more from Craig Verhue, Helen Hausman, Donnie Marie Rogers, Madeline Shepard, and Alice Sexhour.
Okay, thanks a lot. We really appreciate you coming out and answering the phones. We've got some people actually on the phones. I understand you have some to read too, Chris.
Yeah, I sure do. I have one in memory of Brian Manning, one for Wayne Neward, Gary Burnett family, and for Marshalltown, Evelyn Hall and Mrs. Dean Lettington.
Thanks a lot for reading the pledges. If you call $25 or more, we'll read your name on the air too. We'd now like to go over to Sue and find out what she has for us. Sue?
Well, I have a couple more people to read names to. These people called in pledges as well. Rhonda Weeks, David Wick, Helen Van Patten, Donald Groves, Lonnie Cochran, and George Nichols. We appreciate your phone calls, 276-6060. We want to take some money now from some people at Service Merchandise. And this Service Merchandise, of course, always does so much for the Muscular Dystrophy Association and the telethon. And first of all, tell us who you are.
My name is Wade Harris.
And Deborah Bathy.
Okay, and tell us what you did to raise money.
Well, over the last year, we've had Shamrock sales, we have a Diamond Dig bake sale, bowl-a-thon, just anything we can do to raise money for Jerry's Kids. And total this year was $2,086, up quite a bit from last year.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much. Now, what would you like to say to the folks sitting at home, wondering if they should come out here and watch the folks that do the telethon here or pick up the phone? What would you tell them?
Come out, call, throw money in the fishbowl, anything you can do to help Jerry's Kids. It's a great cause, and we've been doing it for years.
All right. Thank you both very much. I'll take the check from you. Thank you. We appreciate it. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the fishbowl. You can stop in, drop money off as you go walking by the mall. There's lots of people up there watching us. If you have a little bit of pocket change, come on down and drop money in the fishbowl. We have somebody here that wants to do that right now. You are?
Jenny Davis.
Okay, and Jenny, you have some money for the fishbowl.
Yeah, I sure do.
Why do you drop money in the fishbowl?
To help Jerry's Kids out.
Okay, well, watch you do that. Go on, drop money in the fishbowl, and if you do drop more than $35 in, you can get a T-shirt here. We have one of those Muscular Dystrophy TV8 T-shirts that you can pick up if you drop $35 or more in the fishbowl. We want to go out to Dana Card now, who's out at Holmes Autorama out there, and they're doing a lot of fun stuff out there, despite the weather, I think. Dana?
Oh, yeah, they're having a great time out here. Never mind the clouds in the sky right now. They're having a beach party out here at Holmes. I don't know if you can see this guy. He's a little pale, so we're going to stay here until he tans up a little bit. The guy who's throwing this, they have real sand out here. Look at this. The guy who's throwing the party out here is Max Holmes. Max, tell us what you got going.
Well, I'll tell you, we're having a great sale out here today. We invite everybody to come out for MDA. We're giving $100 for every car, truck, or van we sell this weekend, and we think it's for a great cause. We're having a lot of fun.
And the fun is starting to chase the clouds away, too. We can almost see some blue sky out there.
You bet. It is not raining here. The rain is finished, and there will not be any more rain here today.
Now, you always do a tremendous job out here every year. Things going well this year?
We're off to a good start. I think, and actually, the rain might have helped us a little this morning, keep people off the golf courses and out of the yards. And a number of people have already come out this morning and bought cars. So I'd say we're a little ahead of last year.
All right. Well, you got a tough customer sitting in one of these cars up here.
If you'll excuse me, I've got to go wait on him.
All right. Well, we'll follow you. We'll see you. He's been causing you trouble all morning. So let's go see what he's up to. Of course, he's picked the nicest car in the lot, too. Nice Cutlass Supreme convertible.
Yeah, but he won't be easy to please. I can tell you that right now.
Well, this is Chris Weeks. Of course, anyone who's ever watched a telethon before knows who Chris is. Chris, what do you think of this?
It's cool.
You want to replace your wheelchair with this, you think?
Yeah.
My goodness, they gave him the keys, too. You know, I don't want to give you a bad time, but I know you're a big Hawk fan, and these are Iowa State colors.
Yeah, I know. Well, my mom made me wear them.
Here, you take one of mine, put that on, use this, and there. How's that?
Fine.
All right. You drive this off the lot and tell him I said it was okay. Chris Weeks, ladies and gentlemen, yeah. Oh my God, he's starting it up. Well, we're going to go out here where all this racket is coming on right here. One of the other things going on here out at Max Holmes is the Red Sneaker Jazz Band, a little Dixieland jazz out here to get your foot tapping while you're taking a look at all the cars. So, as you can tell, we have some fun going on out here, raising some money for MDA, so... Can you guys keep it down just a little bit? So either come out here, buy a car, Max will throw in $100 to MDA, or give us a call, 276-6060. Everyone out here is doing their share. We hope that you can pick up the phone and do your share. And we're going to throw it back to the studio so I can go from country dancing to a little Dixieland jazz dancing.
It looks like a lot of fun out there, and Chris Weeks looked very comfortable in that car, I tell you.
He's been sitting in there for quite a while on leather seat. I don't think we're going to get him out of there until he drives that around the lot.
It looks great, I tell you. Thanks a lot, Dana. We'll be going back out to you. And, looks like a lot of fun out there. Again, like Dana said, call up 276-6060. We need to get those phones ringing, folks. We're going to go over to Steve Carlin now. Steve.
Well, Chris Weeks, your mom made you wear those leis, and my mom made me wear this suit, too. But we have some people to talk to. Looks like they raised a little money for us, and I need to know your names and just how you did this.
I'm Ron Seek.
Kim Seek.
Okay, and how'd you raise this money, and how much do you have?
Well, for the last 6 years, we've been putting on a Taekwondo Invitational Tournament to raise money for Jerry Lewis, and this year we raised $1,110.
Oh, boy, you've got to be very proud of that.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work, a lot of fun.
Okay, I understand you have some names of some other people who have called in pledges.
Yeah, these are pledges for $25 or more. Annette Dornath, Diane Alt, Dave Stongstad, Tom and Melody McNagel, Jake Nick, and Margot Sandry. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you. $1,100, that's great. And now Sarah Jarvis has somebody to talk to as well.
That's right. We have some folks out here. Jackie, why don't you tell us your name and where you're from?
Hi, I'm Jackie Yetmar, and I'm from Fort Dodge, Iowa. On February 19th, Webster County Community Daycare in Fort Dodge held a hopathon. 33 children participated and hopped for 2 minutes each and raised $769.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Now, you said this is the first year you've had this. Why did you decide to help out?
We think it's a good cause, and we thought the children would really enjoy doing it, so we decided to hop on.
Ha, ha, ha. And we've got the top hoppers here. We have Cody and MG. Can you guys give us a little show of how you did? Can you give us some hopping?
All right.
Okay. Steve Carlin's over there hopping, too, so he'll be joining us a little bit later on. Jackie, you have some pledges to read, too.
Yes, we'd also like to thank Karen Hartman, Grace J. Miller, and Barbara Zilanus for $25 or more.
Thank you very much, and we will send it over to Mary and a very special family. Mary?
Also from Fort Dodge, as a matter of fact, Sarah. This is Ted, don't call him Teddy. This is Tom, don't call him Tommy. This is Tim, and I may call you Timmy, right?
Yes.
And we have Mom and Dad, Anna and Brian Isaacson. They're all from Fort Dodge. Anna and the boys all have Charcot-Marie-Tooth syndrome, and that is one of the 40 neuromuscular diseases. And yet, as they walk down the mall today or go to school or go to play, nobody would ever know. They're not in wheelchairs. So, in a way, this is a hidden disease, Anna, isn't it?
It's kind of what we call an inconvenience disease. You can't see it, like you said, unless I take my braces off. You can see it in the kids if they're walking down the street and they trip over their own feet. When we say inconvenient, it's because, like, I can no longer put my earrings on. My fingers, the muscles of my fingers are gone. So little things that everybody takes for granted day after day, we can't do anymore.
Brian, how does the MDA help your family?
Well, it helps us enormously because, like, Ann's braces are $500 a piece. Her wheelchair was about $1,500.
That's for the manual kind.
Yeah, and we're real fortunate. We're able to have some health insurance. There's a lot of families with neuromuscular diseases that cannot be insured, with the dystrophic diseases that are fatal. Insurance companies won't even touch them.
So those are some of the hidden things that we don't think about, we don't talk about except on telethon weekend. I want to talk to the boys for a minute. My, they look, you look so handsome. You're ready for a special occasion. What do you want to be when you grow upper?
A police officer.
A police officer. We hope you can do that. Why do you want to do that?
Well, I like to shoot guns and stuff, and I'm so good at them that I thought I'd be good with a police officer.
Well, we hope you realize your ambition, Timmy. Now, don't call him Tommy Tom. I guess when they get to a certain age. Wait, how old are you?
I'm 9 years old.
And Tom, you're?
11.
So is that the cutoff, 10? I mean, you stop calling. Okay. Well, anyway, whatever. What do you want to be?
Mechanic.
We'll talk to Max Holmes about that. Maybe you can get you a job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dana's got an in with him. We'll talk to him later. Ted, don't call him Teddy. That's okay. I told him I still call my son Teddy, and he's a lot older. How old are you, Ted?
I'm 13.
You had kind of a disappointment this year. What was it?
I was told by the doctor that I couldn't play football or go out for wrestling.
And what did that mean to you, Ted?
That I wouldn't be able to play with all the other guys on the team.
And that's one of the things that a family has to deal with when they are dealing with a neuromuscular disease, even though it doesn't show. Well, you are special to us, very special, and you're going to go out for maybe some other sport?
Basketball.
And what do you want to be later on? I won't say when you grow up, because you're up there.
I don't know.
Haven't thought about it? Mom says maybe an accountant.
I don't know.
Are you good at math?
Yeah.
Okay. And Anna, you said that the MDA helps you in other ways with like a computer.
The kids' hands, with ours, it starts in our toes and our fingers, and it works backwards. And for handwriting, their hands get tired very easy. And the schools could not provide a computer for us, and we couldn't financially really afford one. But through Dr. D's letter, we could put that on our income tax and take it off, so it made it a little bit more affordable. So the kids now have a computer to do their homework on.
You're talking about Dr. DeGravels?
Yes.
Oh, he's a hero to all of us. Thank you, the Isaacson family from Fort Dodge, for coming and being with us today and looking so spiffy. Thank you, Timmy, Tom, and Ted, Brian and Anna. Sue?
Thanks, Mary. We want to talk to some very special people now, too, and this is Phil Foley from Burger King, and you're one of the major sponsors of the Johnny Orr Golf Classic. Tell us about that.
Well, we went out and had a shotgun effect. It was a four-man team. Went out and played lots of golf. I wasn't one of the winners or anything like that, but we had a great time doing it that day. It was an all-day event. We had fun picking on Johnny Orr. Of course, a lot of us did that at times. I had the special privilege to have one of the coaching staff golf with us, and he was a big hitter, and left-handed too. But something else I'd like to do is give a special thanks to go out to Coach Shore and the ISU Athletic Department, KCCI, TV8, KGG Radio, and Willow Creek for being such a fantastic host. I'd like to be able to present this check for $5,000.
Wow, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
One thing, we will be back later on because we do have some more to present.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to that. And you have some names, too, some people who have called in pledges.
These are people for $25 or more. That's Brenda Shantz, John Stacy, Mildred Ludwig, Shirley Alessio, Lisa Smith, and Connie Brommel.
Okay, thank you very much. And do you have anything for the folks at home?
Hi, guys.
And, of course, call in, right?
Yes, we want everybody to call in and give money, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Phil. And we have another check presentation right now. This is T.J. McCarthy, and he's from Hy-Vee. And tell us about what you have here today.
We have a check on behalf of Hy-Vee and Kellogg's for their $1 a box promotion.
checks for $5,661.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate that. And anything for the folks at home right now?
Just pledge a lot of money, and don't forget the phone number.
And that phone number, of course, is 276-6060. Thanks a lot, Phil. I'll take your money.
There you go.
Thanks. We're going to go to Steve now, and he's at the jail. Steve?
That's right. Warden Steve Carlin here at the jail. We have some inmates who've been really loud. They don't have cups to rattle on these bars, but they do have telephone receivers, and they've been going, that kind of stuff. We have Marla Gowdy in here. She's at the Des Moines JCs. And Marla, how close are you to getting out? You know, you need $250.
I just got it. Thanks to Mom and Dad, I'm there. $254, but I think we'll keep going.
Can I say one thing? Stripes are you.
Oh, thank you. Fashion statement.
Okay, and here's a guy who's been in here way too long. This is Jeff Murphy of the Iowa JCs. And Jeff, how close are you?
Well, thanks to my loving fiance, I'm not quite there, but I need about $20 or $30. I do have one thing to say. I want to thank the Boone JCs for calling in. The Boone JCs donated $10, and I certainly like to see all the other JC chapters around the state maybe dig a little deeper in their own pockets, as well as running the projects to provide a little money to MDA.
Okay, Marla and Jeff, thank you very much. They've done a lot for the victims of Hurricane Andrew, and they're going to do a lot more for the Muscular Dystrophy Association. And now I think it's time to go back to the lovely Sue Mason. Sue?
Oh, thanks, Steve. We want to get these phones ringing. We have lots of people who are giving their time on their day off today. It's Labor Day, and they're just sitting here waiting for the phones to ring. The number to call, 276-6060. We're going to play a little game right now. We want all the phone operators to stand up, and they're going to sit down when the phone rings. If you get a phone call, you can sit down, but not until then. So let's get these people to sit down. They've been working hard. They need to sit down. So let's get the phones ringing, 276-6060. Let's pledge as much as you can to help out Jerry's kids today.
Law enforcement to clowns answering the phone. So if you call 276-6060, you may get one of these folks on the phone. Make your pledge and give them a break because they've been working hard and it's difficult to stand up this long. If you call, make a pledge, these folks can sit down and you'll feel better too by help find a cure for muscular dystrophy. A lot of these folks have volunteered their time to come out and take your calls, so be sure and call in. Some of them are sitting down, some of the cheerleaders, they're used to kicking, but
we still have a
they want
clown
to sit down.
standing. Let's go. Let's get that clown seated at this point.
We should tell you, though, if you call up, please pledge. Don't call up and hang up, please. That's not the object of this game. We want you to call and pledge any amount you can afford. The number 276-6060. Is everybody getting pledges, or are they getting pranks?
Whoops. At this point, we do have, two people standing now, so we'd still... Hey, the phones are ringing. Thanks a lot, you guys. I think we did it.
I think we did it. Everybody's sitting down. Keep those phones ringing, though. Keep them ringing, 276-6060. We're going to go to Mary and Steve now.
They told us to sit down, so is it okay if we just sit here?
Well, I don't know about you, but my dogs are barking. So I need
if yours are, mine are. We want to thank for $25 or more donations Larry Kalkworth and John Dion from Data Input Services and Nicole Bromnell and Sharon Cross and Mary Herrick and Georgia Kapayu.
I like that name.
CF and Maxine Wilson and Rick Mart and Barb Kraft. George and Mary Christopher, John Shaw and John Howe.
Okay, should we look at the tote board one more time?
Oh, let's do it.
Allow me to help you up here.
Oh, I'll just come around.
Okay, here we go.
Ta-da!
All right, now. Oh,
that looks nice.
$14,000 in 20 minutes. Thank you very much, Central Iowa. We aren't really doing anything other than just talking.
Would you say we're on a roll, Steve? Are we on a roll? All right.
The people of Central Iowa are doing all the work, and we still have a lot farther to go.
Well, let's keep that roll going and help us out by giving us a call now or later for whatever you can afford.
And once again, if you called while the network is on, while the Love Network is on, give us $25 or more. We're going to read your name on the air, and let's go see those people.
Let's take it to Jerry
right now.
Citgo distributors now working very hard every year for Jerry's kids.
I know.
Of the 500 here, you have these three gentlemen who represent the companies who were the top three of those 500. And each of them, starting with White here, a little comment he'd like to make to you about his fundraising activities.
Okay. Jerry, first of all, it's wonderful to be here. Thank you very much. We did a lot of the standard things. Of course, the canister program was good. We sold shamrocks, and we're presently selling Good Neighbor circles. I'd like to acknowledge the work of our 600 employees and of all the wonderful, wonderful customers that we have in Northwest Florida.
Okay. Jerry, I'm Harold Jones, C.M. Brown Company, and from Maine, and we want to welcome you and thank you very much for all you do for us. And from all the people of C.M. Brown and our customers, it's been a fantastic year. We're glad to be here, and we enjoy it, and we pledge to you that we'll be here next year and do even more. I appreciate that, Harold. Thank you very much.
Jerry, nice to be here. I'd like to thank you for all you do. Our customers, our vendors, and all of our people have contributed very heavily to help you. Today, we're running our local telethon, and our local phone banks are actually in our office in Roanoke, Virginia. I called them earlier. We've got very little activity, and I'd like all our friends out there to get on the phones. If you don't have a phone, come by one of our stores. We'll let you use ours. Make those calls and get those pledges coming in. Thank you.
That's great. Thank you.
Well, Jerry, these three gentlemen and the companies they represent, just the three, raised over $250,000, just the three of them. And I would like now to give Citgo's third pledge in the amount of $250,000, which brings our total now to $1,500,000, and I'll be back to talk to you a little later on.
Okay, thank you, Ron.
Right,
the total is $1,500,000, and they're coming back to see me later on. That's pretty good. Thank you, Ron, very much. Okay, that's the national sponsor element of our show. Now we go to the entertainment element of the show. And what better entertainment could there be when we present to you the world's most beautiful and most gifted singer, Miss Maureen McGovern, ladies and gentlemen. McGovern, you ever hear anything like that in your life?
Oh, wonderful.
Morning, Jerry.
Thank you, Maureen. Incredible, incredible. She's got a machine in her throat that has a tape on it.
It's impossible to do that real. She's magnificent. Ed, you're on.
With us in the audience from the International Association of Firefighters are, from Omaha, Nebraska, Ken Pollard, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Dennis Hallman, Killeen, Texas, Jay Bush, Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, John Bouchan, Birmingham, Alabama, Leslie Dexter, and from Beaumont, Texas, IAFF Auxiliary President Juanita Johnson. Now, leading the delegation is the president of the IAFF and the vice president of MDA. Welcome them all. Here's Al Whitehead.
Hi, Al Whitehead.
Hi, Jerry.
Hi, all the firefighters, guys
that?
and gals. All of my guys and gals. I have been making the terrible error of saying guys, and I must make that clear. This is guys and gals, firefighters throughout this country that knock their brains out for us. So know that we love you all, guys and gals. How do you like that, Al?
That was great. You can tell I learned my lesson, too, real well.
Okay.
When I started off, it seemed like it was, guys, but we do have women firefighters in our organization. But you just heard their names and the regions they're from, and they've been out working, and I'm nothing more than an extension of those people, and they represent the regions of the firefighters that are out, and they're collecting money, and they still are, and we're trying to get to that point, just like you do, to get beyond what we did last year. So to that end, again, I have another check for you in the amount of $1 million.
I've had a few of these from you. There will be more. There will be more. Thank you, Al.
We'll be back.
God bless you and all the firefighters and fire ladies.
Jerry, I think we should stress that, of course, that's corporate money. Once again, I think we can say it.
National sponsor, right.
National sponsors, very important money.
Right.
But the money that comes up on this board behind me is the money from the individuals all around the country. You people out there that finally get involved and say, I want to do something. Well, it's starting to count real well, because we need a timpani and a roll. 18.
Yeah. I like that. I like your style. I like your style, Ed.
Now let's welcome the hosts of our telethon, the Sahara Resorts Chairman of the Board, Chief Executive Officer, a Vice President of MDA, as well as the Sahara Resorts Executive Vice President. That's Paul Loudon and Sue Loudon.
Welcome, Paul. Welcome, Sue. Welcome to your hotel.
Welcome to our hotel.
I'm welcoming them to their hotel. Isn't that nice of me?
It's your hotel every Labor Day.
God bless you.
Yes.
I'm going to keep you to that.
You got it.
Okay.
From all of us, staff, management, all of us here at the Sahara, welcome. We're all so proud to be this year's host. And all of us at Sahara Resorts support MDA, as well as your tireless efforts to find a cure and help those with so many needs.
Jerry, the Sahara Resorts family is so proud to be part of this Muscular Dystrophy Telethon. I'm proud, Jerry, of all the good things you do for so many people. With your permission, we'd like to take a look at some of the things we do during the year for MDA.
We would like to look at that. Clay, please run that.
Welcome to the Sahara Hotel, proud sponsor of the Jerry Lewis MDA Telethon.
The Sahara Hotel is bigger and better than ever. From comfortable bungalows adjacent to our landscape gardens and lavish pool area, to our luxurious suites overlooking the lights of Las Vegas.
The Sahara's 60,000 square foot convention center has been transformed into a soundstage for MDA this Labor Day weekend. Sahara Resorts' 4 distinct properties, including the Hacienda, Santa Fe, and Pioneer, reflect strength through diversity. All are united in support of MDA. Striking out against muscular dystrophy, a bowl-a-thon was recently held at Sahara Resort's newest property, the Santa Fe, in their 60-lane computerized bowling center. Employees of the Sahara, Hacienda, and Santa Fe joined in the fight against muscular dystrophy. Also at the Santa Fe stadium-sized ice arena, a skate-a-thon raised money for Jerry's Kids. Supporting MDA from Laughlin, Nevada, is the Pioneer Hotel, always ready to lend a helping hand. As the original site of the National Telethon, Sahara Resorts would like to say welcome back, Jerry Lewis and the MDA family, for another successful year.
So, Jerry, on behalf of all of us here at Sahara Resorts, please accept this check in the hopes that a cure for all neuromuscular diseases will be found real soon.
All right, these are the people that give us the rooms, the accommodations. They take care of our staff, our production department. They take care of housing, food, limousines, transportation. I cannot begin to tell you what Paul and Sue Loudon do for my kids and for this association. On top of that, tonight they've given me $600,000. Pretty good friends, I would say. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Sue. Pretty nice. You know, when you talk about friends, and we've got some marvelous friends, this association is very, very fortunate that we've got the marvelous friends we have, because they're doing something in the best interest of humanity, but at the same time, they care desperately about what we're doing. And friends do that. And I don't know that it's worth getting up in the morning unless you have friends. And we got a lot of them, and we're very lucky. Okay, now we have taken care of the national sponsor in this instance. Now we give you some entertainment. My next guest has now found a new career as an actor in musicals, but he still remains a delightful madman of comedy. Please welcome Rip Taylor, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on. No tongue, I know you. Come on, come on. Hi, oh, there's Bobby. Hiya, Bobby. Come on, over here. Come on, wake him up. Nothing is sacred, I know. Over here. Oh, my precious angel. Come on. 20 minutes, so wake him up. Oh, baby. Come on. Oh, I'm nervous. Oh, Jerry. Okay, stop. You got the job. Well, here's my Arrow shirt for this morning. It gets better. I have sheet music here for you, too. Lil Mattis does everything. Then I had my tubes tied just for today. Ask me this question real fast. We rehearse a lot on the show.
All right. Why do people take such an instant dislike to you?
Because it saves time. Very good. This guy is a jeweler. Met this woman?
Yes.
Said to the woman, I make jewelry. She just make me 10 rings. Different colors. I'll pay a lot of money. He makes 10 rings. She wears them. Next day, he sees her at a party. The rings are turned around backwards. He says, didn't you like my rings? She says, like them. They were turned around. Hello, come in.
Yes.
Turn the fan off when I'm working, would you please?
Do you know that...
Well, today is a political year.
You're kidding.
They had no Christmas tree at the White House. They decorated the bushes. Oh, nothing. I have 4 more. They just burned down Reagan's library, both books. Thank you so much. And he hadn't finished coloring.
Coming up next on the TV8 News Live at noon today, rain is forcing the cancellation or a change in plans for many on this Labor Day holiday here in Des Moines and Iowa. President Bush delivers a rallying speech to the nation's working and unemployed, and the convoy of Iowa goodwill is being unloaded in Miami. Also today, we'll give you the forecast for the rest of this soggy Labor Day, next in a shortened version of the TV8 News Live at noon.
You look left, you look right, but those stains stay out of sight. This gets the stains that get by you. You're looking here, looking there. The stains are hiding everywhere. Biz gets the stains that get by you.
Because your eyes can't find every hidden stain, you need Biz to help remove many stains before they're set for life.
Biz gets the stains that get by you.
Double, double your refreshment. Double, double your enjoyment. Oh, no single gum, double freshens your mouth like double mix gum. Double, double your refreshment. Double, double your delightment. Oh, no single gum, double freshens your mouth like double fresh, double good. Come on and double mix gum.
There's no single gum like it.
Come on and nutritize your body. Come on and nutritize your mind.
If you're afraid it's expensive to Nutrisize, think about this. You can dine on Nutrisystem for about $3 a meal, or eat the usual and really pay for it.
Nutritize your life.
Nutrisize for $1 a day, up to a month, plus the cost of meals. Call now, 1-800-766-9933.
Thank you for watching KCCI, TV8 in Des Moines. And now from TV8, Iowa's news leader, Molly Koenig, John McLaughlin, and Mary Brubaker. This is TV8 News.
And good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this Labor Day holiday and a shortened version of the TV8 News Live at noon. While many of us have the day off, it looks like Mother Nature is not cooperating with the plans for this special day. While some activities are going ahead as scheduled, rain is forcing many to be postponed or moved indoors. Today's rain did take its toll on the annual Labor Fest parade. Not many people ventured out this morning to watch the parade when it left 2nd and Euclid and went to Hardin Labor Park on Morningstar Drive. It's the 12th annual Labor Fest event designed to promote solidarity in the labor movement, which organizers say is more important than ever in this day of layoffs and cutbacks. Labor Fest organizers will cap the day with speeches and activities at the park. TV8's Steve Oswald will have more on Labor Fest at TV8 News tonight, live at 6.